are quite good. Attack warning.
Is it for real?
Attack warning. It's for bloody real.
Live from Colorado Springs, the Drop Culture Podcast.
Want to confirm, is this an exercise? Roger, copy. This is not an exercise.
Come on, quick, get down!
1, 2, 3.
Welcome, everybody, to the Drop Culture Podcast. This is that podcast where we pick up that piece of pop culture you forgot about or missed, shine it up real nice, and cram it in your ear holes. I'm Dan.
I am Brock.
And this is that weekly show, man. We're going to dig into something weird, and 'tis the season, as they say.
Yes.
So I think we're going to dig into what? What are we going to do this week, Brock?
Halloween.
Halloween. You probably knew that because of the title already.
Right.
We didn't know.
This is the Halloween episode for Halloween, the movies
On Halloween.
on Halloween. Huh.
Ish.
What?
It's the Halloweeniest.
Yes. But as everybody knows, Halloween Ends came out on the 14th of October.
Yes, it did.
And
We watched it. We're going to talk about it.
that's what we're going to do. We're going to go through this timeline.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about the actual Halloween timeline through all the movies, and then we're gonna talk about Halloween Ends just to end the show.
Right.
That's when the podcast ends.
Ends. But it's we sold the rights.
Yeah.
So there's going to be more. Don't worry.
Yeah. Tune back in. It'll be fine.
We're still producers.
It'll be Britch and Mark.
So we have lived long enough to see something like this grow and change into something. I don't know. This is something from our childhood.
Oh,
for
100%,
me, it is
100%.
You know, and our parents. Like I remember my mom and dad telling me that they went to the first Halloween.
Nice.
And everybody was like, no, screaming and shit. It was a visceral reaction that people were having.
Sure.
And that's something that was always exciting to me to know that, you know, that there was movies out there. So now whenever the old people clap at the end, I'm like, fuck you, you know, great. But when it's a really good movie and you can tell everybody in the theater is just on the same vibe with what's on the screen, that is wonderful. There's nothing like the silver screen. There's nothing like movies. This is a franchise that has taken left turns, right turns, backwards.
Dead end turns.
Yes. Here, take this, you know,
The
let's throw this at it.
Undertaker.
Yeah. There is so much shit. And I think whenever they didn't redo anything, but they did it smart. David Gordon Green came in 2018 with Danny McBride of all people.
Right.
And they made Halloween 2018. Fucking great movie. It was everything that you loved, I think, about the Halloween franchise, put in a more modern setting with better effects, everything like that. And it was really like, I don't know, it was a tremendously badass movie.
Well, and I think we were talking that this is probably my second favorite Halloween movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the first one has
Yep.
a big place in my heart. But the Halloween 2018 is probably my second favorite by far.
It's a fucking great movie.
Yeah.
You know, then you have Halloween Kills. Okay. I really think that they could have bookended and said Halloween 1 and then Halloween 2018 could have been it.
Sure.
You ended on that? Perfect. Just fine. You thought Michael was dead, everything, right? You don't need to continue it. It's almost like Star Wars.
Right.
They put it
out
out there.
Could you not have shoehorned Halloween 2 into it?
You could have.
Yeah, because that was next day.
Yeah, basically they did the same thing. You know,
Yeah, same movie.
Yeah.
Just,
It was-
hey,
yeah.
it's a day later, or a month later, a
Yeah.
year later, whatever it was. Was it the next Halloween?
No,
was it- no, it was still that same-
day.
yeah, same day.
Halloween and Halloween Kills were just like Halloween 1 and 2.
Yeah.
They were all released 40 years from each other, too. Exactly 40 years. So
What do you mean by that?
Okay, so Halloween came
Oh, I
out in
see, 'cause 78 too.
2018, and then Halloween Kills was 81 to 2001 or 2021, and then now we have Halloween 3,
Right.
which, you know, is
But it
40 years.
ends.
Yeah, but it's over with. It should be over with.
But it won't be over.
No. This is something that I think that we should look at as audiences too, that maybe we do need to kill some things. Maybe we do need to end some things and not bring it back. Because I know there's people that have tattoos of Michael Myers on them.
Sure.
And, you know, people know every word to every fucking movie, everything,
course.
right?
Much better experts than us out there on the subject.
Of
for sure.
course. And to me, it's like, let him go.
Yep.
We don't need it anymore. We've seen the beginning.
And they're still awesome. You can watch the originals. You don't have to have a remake.
No.
And those aren't the kind of movies where you need that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong. Like this new iteration, again, second favorite movie, 2018. It was really good.
And they retconned part 2, which
Right,
Halloween
that's true.
2 wasn't necessarily one that a lot of people remember. I've talked to several people that were like, Halloween 2? You know, I've never seen that one. You're like, oh, shit, they're at the hospital. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
But everybody remembers 3 and
Right.
1.
Well, 3 was so different than what Carpenter originally envisioned of it being an anthology.
So keep that in your head because that's what this Halloween movie was. Halloween Ends was a completely different movie than all the rest of them. It still had the elements in it. You know, you still had Michael, but he didn't show up until, spoiler alert,
Yeah.
45 minutes into it.
Yeah.
45 minutes of no Michael Myers. And then the glimpses that we get are powerful, but yet at the same time, it's not they're setting it up like a passing of the torch. No,
But let's leave that there for when we
Yes.
get into that movie.
correct. So there's a release. There's several different timelines, 5 or 6. I think I really put down 5.
Well, that's good because I saw like 8.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know what any of these things are.
Right.
Like, I don't know if they made some books or something that I didn't know about. And I was like, I don't know what any of that is.
See, the release timeline is something that
Like chronological?
yes.
Okay.
So you got Halloween 1 that came out October 25th, 1978.
Okay.
I wasn't born yet, but still. Halloween 2 came out October 30th, 1981.
Right.
This is 4 years after.
But this took place the next day.
yes. Or the same day. It was
Same
the same
day,
night.
same night,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
whenever they took her to the hospital.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
And then you got Halloween 3, completely fucking different. Came out in 81, October 30th, 1981, which still to this day is a badass fucking movie, but it was a slow burn for a lot of people.
So we're talking about which one?
Halloween 3, Season of the Witch.
Yeah.
You know?
And what year did the other one come out?
It was 78, 81, 82.
82. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. That was Season of the Witch was 82, October 22nd.
That movie freaked me out when I was a kid. In a good, like a scary movie way should have.
Yeah.
But it was not a Halloween movie in the what I knew to be Halloween movies, and that was okay. I was a kid, you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
didn't know what to expect anyways.
I always remembered fucking liking it because of the masks and the whole idea, the Sam Hain rituals,
Yeah.
the Stonehenge shit.
Even the last scene
Yes.
where they're in the car.
It was fucking awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that's one of the movies that I've bought from Apple, you know, streaming. But it's such a good movie and it's so detached.
From everything.
Yes, which I think is great.
I mean, other than the Silver Shamrock name.
Yeah, that's always been there and it's gonna be. Yeah,
But I mean, that's
Silver
the
Shamrock.
only thing that kept it together, right? Because it wasn't a Silver Shamrock mask in the original.
Yep.
Or was that retconned in?
No, it was the Silver
They had
Shamrock
the commercial.
Yeah.
I remember.
I still remember the fucking song.
Yeah.
It was great. And then when we were a little bit older, Halloween 4 came out. Halloween 4 and 5.
Okay, so this is where you get to help me because I haven't seen 4 or 5 in a long time, and I don't remember the order that they go in. Like,
You got the Return and then you got the Revenge.
one of them has a girl escaping a cult at the beginning.
No, that's part 6.
Oh, that's part 6.
That's Ant-Man versus Michael Myers.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Never mind.
Okay, so 4...
Just trying to make sure which one has the Undertaker at the end, putting
Right.
him out of prison or out of jail.
I don't know. I gotta think about it.
Yeah.
But
So we'll do that as we're going through. I'm just trying to figure out like in order. I'm like all those movies
Right.
run together to me.
well, 4 was basically the continuation of the original story, right? Should have been. It was Laurie Strode's daughter,
Yes.
and Tommy Doyle was still in it.
Yep.
He's the one that pops up in
That's
part
this
6.
one, right?
Yeah, and well, he's still a kid. Yeah. So he's
The
another
babysitter. He's being babysat, correct?
I think so. Some I don't know. It's somewhere like that.
By Strode's daughter.
Yeah. Some.
I don't
Yeah, it's been
remember.
a long time, but
Yeah.
I remember that these were really pumped up. And I mean, when they released 4, a year later, they released fucking, 5. And you get to see Michael as a force of nature in these.
Right.
Totally, completely different,
Yep.
right? Didn't really make sense. He got shot with a freaking submachine gun that like Arnold Schwarzenegger would carry, and then lived in the sewers.
Right.
Kind of like Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah.
In a weird way. And then in part 6, part 4 and 5 did kind of explore the way that the townspeople were about the whole incident. So that's been a running theme, throughout all of the different movies. And then when you had Halloween 6, because you got The Return, Revenge, and then Curse. And 6 came out in 95, which was 6 years after those other ones did. And I did go see this one in the theater because I was really pumped for it. But I was let down, because the mask was shit. I don't want to talk shit on somebody's work, but it wasn't what...
It wasn't good.
Yeah, it wasn't what I wanted in a movie. And I remember kind of walking out like... Didn't know that Ant-Man was going to be Ant-Man. I would have been happy. I'm like, that motherfucker's Ant-Man. But then, after that, in 98, we get H2O, which basically is the bridge, Halloween 1 to Halloween H2O.
Yep.
That's
20
one
20
timeline.
years later.
Yeah, that's
with
one.
Josh Hartnett
Yes.
as her son.
Yes.
And she is working in a private school.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. And then they had to continue even more with Resurrection, which Laurie dies at the very beginning of Resurrection. That's the
Yeah.
Busta Rhymes one.
That's right.
Yeah, where
That was dumb.
I still can't make it through it most of the time. And then they have to release the Rob Zombie Halloweens,
Right.
which good in their own way.
Yeah.
That was his storytelling.
I don't know that we had to have a 2.
Mm-mm.
His first one was, that's cool. It's a cool take on it. You know
Yes.
what I mean? I know money.
Yeah.
That's why.
The first one, it was
Solid,
decent.
yeah.
Part 2 was just a continuation. It was just very, very like drawn out.
Yep.
Cool movie, great effects,
Yeah.
a lot of blood. Cool. That's what I like about the movies, right? and then you get the 2018, 2021, 2022. So that is the release timeline, right? So then you got the Carpenter and then the Akkad timeline,
Right.
right? It's Mustafa Akkad's son because he was killed in like a terrorist incident
Okay.
maybe 20 years ago or something like that. So his son's been taken over on the shit. And he was always the executive producer on all of these, right?
Right.
So in this one, you have Halloween 78, Halloween 2 81, Halloween 4, Halloween 5, and then Halloween 6. That's one complete timeline,
Okay.
right? So then you have the Laurie Strode, which basically is the 78 Halloween, 81 Halloween 2, H2O. This is like the redemption one because they skip over 4, 5, and 6, right? And go to
Okay.
H2O and then Halloween Resurrection. So those 4 movies are a timeline, right? And then, of course, you got the Rob Zombies, which has 2 different ones, right?
Right.
Then you got the Laurie Strode 2, which is this one. This is her redemption kind of arc, but this is the real arc that I think deserves to be an actual timeline.
Okay.
You know, Because again, you retcon everything from part 1. You put, 2018 right next to it. That's a fucking great movie. Then you got Kills, same day, same kind of deal.
Right.
So they didn't really deviate from the formula too much, but yet they still did make a different kind of a movie, right? In the middle of that one, it kind of switches tone, and then you got Halloween Ends, which Halloween Ends is a completely different movie than all of the other ones. Now, I say that it's still a slasher flick.
Sure.
But it's different in the way that they put this in. It's not like the Rob Zombie one where the dude was the little kid was like a from a shitty family. This one, he was one of the main characters is very unlucky,
Right.
I should say, and you get to see the progression of what would it have been like in this timeline, how Michael was created.
Right.
So basically that was happening in Ends, and you're thinking, oh, they're going to pass the torch, blah, blah, blah. No. And that's one thing that I wish they should just stop. Be done with it.
Right.
Fucking make some T-shirts. Fucking make that money off of that shit. You know what I mean?
So was just so I'm clear, and maybe you don't know, maybe you do. 6 was where they introduced the cult.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
6 was.
I was trying to figure out where, because I remember Tommy Doyle popping back up.
Yep.
But I was trying to figure out where that. I couldn't remember where that lied.
Yeah.
4
6
and
was
5.
the curse, where
Yeah.
they had like the 666 and
Yeah.
shit. And that was one of the biggest mistakes that they made was the mask. It was too different. The H2O mask. You get to see them kind of progress, in all the different movies, and then also in this second Laurie Strode timeline, fucking rules.
Yeah,
what
I
mean?
agree.
And one thing that I still don't understand is how did that rubber mask stay so supple all these fucking years? Because you have something from 1978 in your closet, right?
That's been through a fire.
Yes, you grab it, this fucking thing is gonna fall apart. You know what I mean? That's one thing I was thinking that the whole time I was like, God
Because
dang,
it's mystical.
that's a resilient mask. I wonder where they get that, because even the Yoda puppet isn't surviving
Right.
from that set.
Well, I wondered, and I guess we'll get into that when we get into the ends, but I'll just leave that alone. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sidebar.
Yeah, so it's strange that they have all these different continuities. It's like all parallel universes almost, like where they go different directions. You
Right.
know what I mean? It's good that people have, I think people have kind of graduated to be able, and the internet's helped, be able to like wrap their head around that.
Yeah,
right?
piece it together.
Because in the olden days, people would be like, this is just fucked. You know what I mean? I don't understand what's going on right now. Which was where I was when I was a kid. I was like, what? Why is going on?
Yeah, who is
You know?
this? Yeah.
Why is the Undertaker taking him out of jail?
I thought it was really awesome in 4 and 5 that they went with a Jason Voorhees kind of a deal.
Yeah.
Unstoppable
it was definitely,
force.
It was definitely, well, if you're going to extend it that long,
Yeah.
you've got to switch it up a little bit, right?
Right.
And it's got to be something where he just can't be stopped. Don't get me wrong.
yeah.
Like he was shot so many times and all those things before.
He's been stabbed,
Yeah.
burned, fucking his head chopped off.
Is 2 where he gets burnt with the, like they blow
Yeah.
up the
the
oxygen tanks or whatever they are?
Loomis is in there.
Yeah,
that should have been
yeah.
Loomis's end.
Yeah.
But yet he survived for
So-
4 and 5.
Again, when I'm really going to talk about this when we get into ends. These are the most durable people in the world. The people. What we don't know is the Laurie Strode universe is full of superheroes. They've
No
all
shit.
taken the super soldier serum.
And they're all from Illinois.
Yeah, Haddonfield, in fact,
What?
which I don't think is a real town.
No, I don't think so. It might be incorporated now.
Yeah.
But
Some assholes like, I'm making Haddonfield.
well, let's get in. Let's really get into the movies, and of course, we'll start with Halloween '78.
Okay. Oh, so we're just going to kind of do a little.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Halloween '78.
I
We
would
don't
have
have
shut up a long time ago about 4
No.
and 5 and 6.
No. But Halloween '78. There's not much else to say about it that hasn't been said.
No.
I really, going into this, I was thinking, no, we don't really need to talk about that. It was the beginning of something. It was the beginning of a whole
I was
genre.
going to say it was the beginning of a lot of things. You're
Yes.
absolutely right.
It really did. Carpenter, again, is still one of my absolute favorite directors of all time.
Yeah,
Everything
he's
he
done some
fucking
great
does.
movies.
Yeah.
I don't know about everything, but he's done some really great movies.
And this on a like nothing budget. Like,
Well, I
here
was
you
getting
go,
ready to
try
say,
it.
so this also propelled independent film a long, long way because it was
Yes.
by far the most successful film for the longest time. I don't know if it still is math-wise.
Yeah.
Who knows? You
Due
know
to
what I mean?
well, yeah, when you factor in inflation, it's up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I think it really is still. But anyway.
But
anyway.
what it did is it changed the game in a couple ways. Horror for sure. And it set that whole genre on its course.
Yes.
But it also helped independent filmmakers to make films that didn't have to be big budget movies to become something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Then you have Sean S. Cunningham coming after
Yep.
that and doing, Friday the 13th.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you have The Burning. You have all of these pop up. And they had been doing slasher movies before that.
Oh, of course.
Silent Night, Deadly Night, all of the Gaio shit from, what's his name? Anyway, all the Italian
Strangler?
guys. Yeah. Strangler.
Yeah.
Fucking, just the Ripper. There's
Sure.
been a lot of movies that they explored a lot of shit with. But this one was like, well, he doesn't have a name.
Right.
It's the shape.
Yeah.
It's the shape of evil. And I know he probably was sitting there and was like, I just want to write a good script.
Yeah.
And him and Deborah Hill did it.
Yep.
They wrote a great script. They put it together, and there you go. They didn't really even probably think it was going to do anything.
Right.
It's like, hey, I'm getting my chops up, because Carpenter had just come off doing what was it, Dark Star,
Yeah. Oh.
with O'Bannon. So I mean, you could tell he had chops, right?
Right.
Always wanted to be a musician. And I think that's another thing that is done really well in his movies.
Yeah.
Is the music part of it, because he sees music,
Right.
and I think it's great. Prince of Darkness, shit like that.
Yep.
Even the new score that he did for these newer movies, pretty badass.
Yeah, I agree.
And 78 really did, again, open the door for something different. And then I think a lot of people put their hand in the cookie jar because it was so successful.
Of course.
In the Michael Myers fucking cookie jar. And they stole a shitload of cookies. And they got like a half of oatmeal. And then they got a half of fucking, so I'm mentioning cookies a lot today. Maybe I need one.
Some Chips Ahoy up there if you're really.
I love the movie. I love the survivor part of it.
Sure.
And another thing is you put yourself into that position,
Right.
if you're being chased by some killer for no fucking reason.
Right.
So we never really ever found out why, but maybe it was because she was the one that knocked out or dropped the key off.
Right.
That was it. And he
Then
was like,
there doesn't need to be a reason.
no. And then he targets her, but yet gets everybody around her first.
Well, because she gets away.
Right.
So now she's the hunt, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
She's the one that basically is like, hey, because everybody has their doors locked there and they all have earplugs on.
Right.
Because nobody hears a fucking thing in Haddonfield, That's the reality of it.
It's because they all work down at the refinery.
Yes,
I don't
they're all
know.
down at the Silver Shamrock working on masks. But no, and I mean it ends, and it could have been it, but yet they're like, oh, he's disappeared. He's not down there anymore. He took 6 shots to the fucking chest. Okay, so what happens after this, right? So then you get part 2, shit like that,
And
right?
Part 2, that's where we get to find out that Laurie Strode is the sister.
Yes, but
Right.
they tried that, but it's not really. That's not how it is now. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, they dropped.
But I mean,
it.
that was
Yeah.
what happened in 2.
Yes.
That's where that kind of formed the narrative for the movies in the
Yes.
regular chronology,
right.
like up to 6.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that they were related somehow.
That they were, I mean, I
Yeah.
think they said that it was his sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like his younger sister or something like that.
Yeah, something.
She wasn't born yet.
Yeah. She was a baby.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because Judith Myers was the first one that he
Right.
killed.
Right.
And that was the first infection of evil that he had. And it was like, because Laurie does talk about this one in the new one that there's an evil that threatens like the tribe, right? And that's the outside scary. But then there's the internal evil that you don't even know you're infected with it.
Right.
But it's there. In this, we had no fucking idea of what the motivation or anything was behind Michael, except for him killing that first one.
Right.
His sister after she was bumping uglies.
Right. Don't bump uglies if you're a babysitter.
And you know what?
Rules of horror.
And like the dude in the first Halloween that was sleeping with his sister, he's a one pump chump. You know what I mean? Like, it was serious. It was fast. I mean, like, they go upstairs, Michael grabs the knife, and he's like, I gotta go, babe.
Somebody should have sent that guy the Kama Sutra.
Need to study. But yeah, we get to see that point of view, and that was something that was a little bit different too. And they've added the POV shots in a lot of these movies afterwards.
Yeah.
And it really does it does add a really cool element to what you're watching.
Yeah.
If you're seeing it through somebody else's eyes, that's pretty cool.
I agree.
But that's one.
And that was the creepiest part, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you could just hear the
Well, and I think that introduced that particular tactic and camera angle and all of that to film.
Yeah.
Really.
It really gave kind of a again, visceral experience with it, and that's why people were into it back in the day. And then it became legendary.
Right.
You know? Then you have two, which we're not going to even talk about that. But the second one in this one was Halloween 2018.
Okay, so we're going just that.
Mm-hmm. This timeline right here.
Okay.
So Halloween 78, Halloween 2018, which makes fucking perfect sense to me. It was like they said, hey, you love these movies. You love everything about them. How would you make this? How would you continue this story? Which I think is great, is they like basically said, you know what? We don't need all that other shit because it's too convoluted. Let's just have the first one. And then we're going to bring in this one, right? And David Gordon Green basically took everything that we've all learned from slasher movies and horror movies over the past 40 years.
Right.
And updated it into this weird kind of beautiful picture of the way things were. Because it was shot wonderfully well. It looked really cool. I mean, all the nighttime stuff was clear, great.
Yeah.
Then the character of Michael, too, had grown considerably. I mean, and I did watch this. I watched Halloween 2018. I watched Halloween Kills and then Halloween Ends yesterday. So I kind of watched them in a row just to kind of see the growth. There's so many characters that have made it all the way through. So you get these journalists, these sensational journalists at the very beginning that are like, hey, here's the mask. That was fucking awesome. It still raises the hair on the back of my neck, you know what I mean? Because it was such a great scene. He's like, hey, you need to tie your shoes. The Zartane dude, Sartain or whatnot. And he's like, oh, okay. Don't want to set them up. But they're like chained. And I don't know, it just looks fucking crazy, right? Yeah. But Michael feels the mask, and then he's like, guess what? I got to get that shit. So Laurie knew the whole time that he was going to break out. Then, of course, we have Laurie. She's a survivor. But is she really a survivor? She survived getting killed.
Yeah.
She didn't survive the trauma.
Right. She's dealing with it still.
And she's preparing because she knows he's still alive and knows that there's a chance that he could get out while she's there, And so this whole movie is basically about him trying to get transferred to another mental facility, right? Away from it for good.
Right.
And he makes his move. But does he? No, he doesn't. Because Zartane was there to let him go.
Right.
Because that guy was so enamored with him that he wanted to see through his eyes. He even puts on the mask at one point.
Right.
He wants to kill just like him because he is, I don't know, infected with this evil too. Yeah. It was something that spending that time with him, Loomis wasn't.
His infatuation led to infection.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that is a theme. Now that I think about it, goddamn, that was all the way back then. He even puts on the mask, and I mean, The one shot in this movie that there's just fucking so many. We actually went and saw this in the theater, thinking it was the original, and we showed up and I was like, oh fuck it, this is a good movie. And whenever he's walking down the street, and you get that he's walking down the street and that they're all trick-or-treating, and he goes into the back, right? And he goes into like some garage. Somebody's out there working or something. Fucking kills them, right?
Right.
He's like leveling up every time he goes to different places, right? And then he kills the person, cutting the beef, because that was part of, one of the movies too. David Gordon Green thought, I guess they all thought, guess what? Let's throw as much fan service in here as we can, tastefully.
Without
Yes.
making it cheesy. Sure.
Because we might not get another chance.
Right.
Cool. That was awesome. But then they showed them just going around. The two people that pull up, or the doctor and the nurse, they actually end up being in part 2.
Right.
Right. They're in this first one. You don't notice a lot of the similarities until you watch them back to back, and you're like, that fucking person was right there.
Right.
And then, Laurie's got this plan, but she's got a fractured family. So everything that you would have, if you were to survive something like that.
So again, just so for reference, we're going from the first movie
40 years later.
40 years later. So it's not been this lifelong trauma. It's one time this happened to me, and this is how she dealt with trauma.
And she has never forgotten it.
Well, and not that you would forget it.
Yeah.
But you would hope to
grow from it.
Yeah.
That's the best way to put it, because you can't get past anything like that. You grow from it. You learn from it.
Right. And she went in a different direction with it.
She went into the survival mode. She's 100% survival mode.
She's the road warrior now.
Exactly. Her whole house is set up for this. We don't even know how much it's
She's
set
like
up for
Betty White in Lake Placid.
Yeah, feeding the crocodile or the alligator. But her daughter doesn't like her. We find out that her daughter was taken.
Right.
At one point. She still has a good relationship with her granddaughter, Allison. Right.
Yes.
In a way.
Sort of. Well.
Yeah, but not really. And she's kind of on the outside of the whole family thing. So they got their whole thing going on. She just has not been able to commit to a family this whole time because of the trauma and shit.
Sure.
But the whole town feels the same way. The whole town is still trying to heal from the babysitter murders of 1978.
Right.
There's so many people that died. This whole it's become bigger than life, but it's real.
Right.
So whenever he breaks out, he fucking, goes ham on everybody. Just decides, guess what? But that's what they did great in this movie, is they took all those lessons from the past, updated it, and made it look fucking badass.
Oh, agreed.
And they turned out one of the best horror movies, I think, of all time. I really do put it up there.
I think it would be hard to be better than the Halloween just for the originality of,
But the way that
it's the best remake of a horror
movie. And it's not even a remake.
It's not.
It's a continuation.
It's continuous, yeah.
But what's so cool is you believe it.
Yeah, 100%.
It is perfect the way that they built it up, right?
I really enjoyed that movie.
Yes. So you get to see the whole transition, and then Laurie actually taking over and being like, fuck this, we're going to kill this dude. I got this planned out. Her daughter gets in on it. Her granddaughter gets in on it. But her granddaughter at one point, they do kind of focus on that a little bit in all three of them, is how she grabs a knife, the really long kitchen knife, and like cuts his arm. And that's how they get him to stay down there before they light everything on fire, right? You would have thought that Laurie would have thought about the roll top doors, been like, no, there's a couple of things, right? But that's it.
For sure.
But how are you going to survive that, right? And you get to end that movie with them getting pulled away, and at the same time, everybody's fucking dead. There's so many people. The humor in it was really good, like the banh mi sandwich shit.
Yeah.
There was a lot of really good parts, and you're like, oh, okay, that's it. But then 6 months later, they were like, guess what? We got another 2 coming.
Right.
Fuck. Which was, the way it ended, you're like, oh, okay, that's a little finality. I have that. But yet they come out with Halloween Kills.
Right.
Which you haven't seen Halloween Kills.
Not all the way through.
Well, Halloween Kills, to me, is a transition movie. And it's weird to think about this because I put a lot of fucking thought into this. It's a transitional movie. So you have everything that was great for back in the day updated in Halloween 2018. Continuation, great. Could have bookended it, done. You would have been over with, right? Now they come out with Halloween Kills, right?
Right.
He gets away. He's a different fucking monster in this one. He is brutal.
Well, I'll tell you from because it just picks right up where the first one left off. From that first scene where he just starts killing firemen, you're like, holy smokes.
He's
That's a lot
different.
of people. And like you said, almost back to that force of nature style, right?
He did the big mass killings like that in Halloween 4.
Right.
In Halloween
That's
5.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, whenever he took over the police station.
Yeah.
That was like one of the coolest fucking things ever. They just walk into it. You don't see it.
Right.
But you walk into it and you're like, holy shit. He took down an entire police squad.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But, and that's the thing with Kills. It pops up and he is a completely different thing. It's a continuation of the same movie. But yet it's a different kind of a movie. Already from the beginning.
Yeah.
He's a different Michael.
Right.
So Laurie's already...
And so this is going to go back to my theory that we're going to get into when we really get into ends. So he was trapped for 40 years, let's say, And in the first one, he's not so unstoppable force, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's almost like the kills give him power.
Yes.
Because
That's where
we
it
noticed
started.
that in Ends, right?
Yes.
I did. And I was
Yeah.
like, is that what's going on? Like, that's an inference. They don't say that by any means.
Exactly.
But-
exactly. It's like a power that emanates from somebody when
Right.
they die.
So, like, by the time he gets to 2, right? Now he's feeling the Aster.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, he's like fucking super pumped. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Because the whole
exactly.
town, he's feeding off the whole entire town.
right.
Because at the beginning of Halloween Kills, you do get to the scene where the deputy shoots the other deputy, right? They go into the Myers house. Because, how did he get caught?
Right.
So we didn't really know that. And he actually causes the other dude to shoot.
Right.
And it's like, dude, just walk up, push him back, something. So he feels partly responsible for a lot of shit. So the deputy's got a lot of weight in this movie. You
Right.
know what I mean? Even though he's lying on the sidewalk, pretty much fucking dead. You thought he was dead,
Right.
right? And then come to find out, no, he's still kicking it. He ends up at the hospital. So we're into that territory again, to where it's the same day, same night.
Right.
They bring her in. There's missing people, missing kids, things like that. They're
Right.
finding all these bodies. It's still the same thing. It's still the same neighborhood from 78,
Yeah.
too, because he shoots at him. He follows him. It's basically the same, and we don't get no Ben Tramer shit, you know what I mean, from part 2 and
Right,
stuff.
right.
But there's a lot of really cool throwbacks. Like, we never saw the dog that he was eating.
Right.
They were like, oh, he ate a fucking dog. What is this? And you're just waiting for these jump out moments, but they don't really have them until they get up to the top. And then again, that adds more fuel to the fire,
Right.
technically. So that's been going on. He's been feeling that way the whole time. Laurie's pretty much dead. She's been stabbed in the gut like 3 times. I think she gets stabbed 3 times by him in the...
Because she's a super soldier, dude.
yeah, in the mannequin room.
Yeah.
Like, come on, just go in blasting. You know where your family is. Fucking blast, Yeah. I don't know why. She's got all these fucking fancy deals. She goes into her room and it's full of dummies.
Yeah.
And she becomes a dummy. But so we have this really good transition into the newer movie. So they do the throwback and they kind of show you this. And then the 3 women, the 3 generations of Strodes are in the back of a turnip truck. No shit.
Right.
And they're like, no, let it fucking burn, you know? And then that's where we get that transition of Michael into this fucking whatever.
Right.
I still don't even really know. I don't want to know.
Sure.
He's the shape. He's evil personified. He is the shape of evil at this point.
Right.
Which Halloween Kills kind of takes a weird kind of turn because, you know, there's a whole bunch of... They shoehorned a lot of stuff in there, which I don't really think could have gone, because you have Lindsay, you have Tommy Doyle, you have the nurse, and then Lonnie. Lonnie was a dickhead in the first movie.
Right.
You know, but he's there. So they go to this bar, and Anthony Michael Hall.
That makes more sense.
He's Tommy.
Yeah.
His performance, though,
not so great.
No. There's one thing that I wish they would take out, and just, you got to mute some shit, is the saying, evil dies tonight. Come on. That's too much. He runs out of one of these pots, and there's this whole crowd, and he's like, evil dies tonight. Yeah. Oh, you're like, come on, man. We don't need to hear this. And then he has a bat from behind the bar. So, you know, they kind of allude to their survivors, right? You get to see, you know, what's his name? Lonnie. You get to see his encounter with Michael, because Michael walks up on him and he's laying on the ground and the deputies show up. It's fucking weird, right? Like he was another kid that he doesn't kill kids, but he was right there. Right. You know, he didn't know what was happening.
Sure.
So then you have all these survivors, the nurse, of course, the one that he pulled out of the car, you know, by the hair and smashed the window with his palm. Well, it was fucking crazy.
I'm pretty strong.
Yeah, he's like, "Patow! I'm gonna slap it. Slap it like that ass, bitch." So we get into this really mob mentality.
Sure.
Okay, because you got the escape, not convict, but escape mental patient that's out there. They haven't accounted for two of them, right? Michael, and then this other guy, right?
Right.
So we don't know who it is. They're all dangerous people, but are they really? There's a lot of them that have been incarcerated for a long time, and you kind of get the feeling this dude is.
Right.
So the throwback in this one was Michael being in the car. You know how the windows were fogged up? Mm-hmm. They do the same thing, and the nurse and the doctor that were in the outfits, they're in the bar from the first one. Okay. That's where they were going. And they thought, oh shit, somebody's in the back of the car. And the woman runs. And he's like, I ain't getting in the back of the car. That's Michael Myers. Fuck that. And then, of course, you know, the dude takes off, and Tommy Doyle, like, decides that he's going to be fucking number one. You know, I'm going to fucking evil dies tonight. You know, I'm going to take him down with old Huckleberry. Kind of just leave that out. Right. You know, don't need it. And then it just progresses into this weird kind of a deal. There's a couple of, because the house is still there. The Myers house is still there. Right. He actually goes back, and there's Big John and Little John. They live in the house. Okay, so you know Stuart from Mad TV? He's like,
oh, yeah.
He's one of them. Okay. He's Little John, but you know how big he is. And then the Big John dude is, because they're a couple. And the Big John dude, I don't know if you've seen The Righteous Gemstones.
Yeah. I've seen.
Yeah. You know the guy in the mask? That guy, really deep voice.
Oh, yeah.
He's that part of it as well. Okay. Because I think him and Danny McBride are friends or some shit like that, right?
Makes sense.
Yeah. And so he ends up, Michael goes in there and like he sculpts shit too, which is weird. He kills them both, and they're all actually, he puts them in a spot like one of their pictures, which is kind of different, you know? So he's kind of all over the place in this one, but yet brutal as fuck, you know? So of course, Laurie's at the hospital. She's passed out. She thinks he's gone the whole time, but he's not.
Of course.
Then of course it turns into the mob mentality. Mob mentality, and the other escape mental patient, they go after him, and he ends up jumping like 10 stories down, exploding when he hits the ground too. So they're like, it's not him. you know?
Right.
But they were convinced that Michael was going to come to the hospital because Laurie was there.
Sure.
They're like, he's fucking coming here. But, you know, Allison goes out with her boyfriend, and you do get this one scene during the mob part of it where you can see, because the kid that got the gate shoved up his throat,
Yeah.
his mom is there. Like, I don't know where he's at, right? They kind of allude to it, or there's like one line you can hear in there.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I just need to know where my son's at, right? Well, they're upstairs, and I guess they walk past the morgue or some shit like that, and there he is. So it was like reinforcing that fucking feeling,
Okay. that
that evil that took shape with all of them. Maybe it was a social commentary, probably. You
Right,
know,
sure.
mob rules. So
It's about cancel culture.
right. So we get all this fucking crazy shit, right? And then Laurie ends up, you know, really kind of, her and the deputy or sheriff or whatnot are kind of sitting in the beds together, and they're like, oh, he's like, it's my fault. It's my fault all this happened. I stopped Loomis from shooting him, because they go back to that first scene.
Sure.
And Loomis, they all kick the shit out of Michael because he's given up right up front, in front of the Myers house. And then Loomis has his 6-shooter, right? A little 38 special that he had or something. And he aiming it at his head. And then that officer comes up and is like, no.
Right.
And fucking makes him shoot. So he feels responsible for everything else
Right.
that's happened since then. He wasn't responsible at the very beginning.
Sure.
But he was at the tail end of that, which Michael could have died.
Right.
You know, because he was going to shoot him in the fucking head.
Like that would have stopped him.
But that's
Evil healed his brain.
so after he does the kills those two dudes at the Myers house, everything kind of starts circulating around there. So Lonnie and his son is there, and Allison, you know, they're all there. They're all armed and shit. You do get to see the 3 masked kids, you know, and you get to see what happens to, you know, Lindsay. She lives. And Tommy is like coordinating this shit. He's like, you know what we got to do? We got to like surprise him. The element of surprise. That's how it's got to work. How the fuck are you going to do that with 50 other people behind you? You know, it didn't make sense at that point.
Sure.
Which is a different movie. It was completely off the path of 2018.
Right.
So they bring all this shit in, right? And finally, at the very end, the town has him. No shit. Out in the middle of it, because he killed Lonnie, he killed Lonnie's son, then he's about to kill Allison, right?
Right.
And then his mom, or her mom, shows up, right? Laurie's daughter?
Yeah.
Shows up and somehow gets the mask off of his head, right? She almost like curb stomps him on a fucking stairwell, right? And the stairs in the Myers house. Like, then takes his mask because she knows, fucking, he's not dead. Fuck that. He's got a head made of steel.
I've heard these stories.
Yes. So she takes the mask and she knows.
She knows already anyway.
Yeah.
From the first movie.
Yeah, she's just like, you know what? Follow me, bitch. And he does. And he leaves her alone, right? So Michael shows up. The mask is in the middle of the street. He doesn't have a mask on because he needs that. That's another part of power
Right.
for him. It's the anonymity, I guess, of the shape. And they all surround him. They all start kicking the shit out of him. And they knock him down. He's on the ground. So Tommy looks at her and is like, hey, guess what? Because Sheriff Brackett's there too.
Okay.
It was one of the original kills in the first one. He's there because he's like a hospital cop or some shit like that. And he's like, Laurie? But he's there, right? So he's like, yeah, evil dies tonight. They reiterate that shit, right?
Right. I'm glad I didn't see this
Yeah.
portion. I did. I saw like maybe the first half, I think,
Yeah.
from what we've been talking. So
Well, is it?
that part was cool.
Yeah.
Like the first half was
Yeah.
cool.
And I'm thinking her name is Judy. I don't know. But she grabs a knife.
Who's Judy?
Laurie
Laurie's
Strode's daughter, right?
Okay.
And stabs him right in the middle of his back while he's on the ground. She's
Okay.
like, fuck that. And everybody's kind of looking at her like, what the fuck? They're like, hey, you need to go be with your daughter. Okay, cool. Right. So she's over there, but yet somehow Michael gets up and massacres all of them.
Okay.
Everybody that's there. Starts with the sheriff, Sheriff Brackett. Slices his fucking throat open, right? He's like, ugh. Tommy's like standing there like at first, at the very beginning of this movie, he's like, guess what? I'm a badass. I'm going to take old Huckleberry here and I'm going to whoop his ass. When it comes down to it, guess what? He couldn't fucking do it. Yeah. He froze at that moment because you have 8 people around, and you know how in most movies they attack one at a time.
Right.
But if you had 8 spears around one dude, why don't you all go at once?
Right. Because that's what you should do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's how you hunt a wildebeest.
That's right.
You trap them and kill them. But yet he massacres all these people. And you're like, holy shit. Well, they end up back at the Myers house because, he stands in the window. He did as a kid. They kind of show.
They do that a couple of times throughout the series.
Yeah. And she's looking up, the daughter's looking up, and she sees little Michael in the clown costume. Oh. But then he disappears, right? So she's like, you know what? She walks all the way upstairs, same room, same setup that it was in 78. Like they have the dressing table. What do they call that?
Sure.
For women.
Vanity.
Yeah, vanity. Yeah. They have the vanity there. It's almost the same. It's just more updated. It looks really nice. And she's standing there just kind of like looking out because she's wondering what Michael was looking at because you still don't know what it is.
Right.
I still don't even think I know what it is. You know what I mean? He's just staring out this window. But that's what he does. He just stares out. He ends up killing her, comes up behind her somehow after he massacres everybody and comes up behind her and just eviscerates her.
Right.
Gets rid of her. That's it. You're done. That's Halloween Kills. Okay.
That's the end of the movie?
Yes.
Okay.
She dies at the end.
Okay.
And you're like, fuck. Well, the first time I saw it, I was like, this is a fucking dream or some shit. They're going to, Judy Greer can't die. That's her real name.
Right.
She can't die. No, fuck that. Her husband died. You got to have the Strode girls all together. But that was part 2, and she was the second Strode.
Right.
So guess what? She dies. So it's another, I don't know if it's inadvertent or if it was like planned.
Right.
Could have been planned.
Could have been.
But then you have this really sad ending where Michael Myers is still out there and everybody knows it, but they've all gone through this huge trauma, right? So then we get to Kills.
So let's start there because
Halloween ends.
But let's stop there for a minute. So let's revisit what you just said. He wins. Basically, he kills all the people.
Yeah.
And then he disappears.
Yes.
For 4 years. Okay.
Mm-hmm. He goes into hiding.
In the sewers. We come to find out.
Yeah. Because he's all fucked up. I mean, he got stabbed. He got shot. He got fucking curb stomped. I mean, the dude got his ass whooped, but still killed everybody.
Right.
Even Tommy. Tommy's like, oh, I'm gonna hit you with the baseball bat. Ouch. He's done. Right. But Lindsay's still alive. She survives an encounter with him. She hits him with bricks. Like, she's fucking pretty smart. She grabs like some sort of a sack or some shit. I don't know, a pillowcase. That's what it was. Because the trick-or-treaters had a pillowcase. And she puts bricks in it and fucking kicks the shit out of Michael for a minute.
Not for a minute.
Yes. And she runs away.
Right.
But you get to see she's one of the originals that lives all the way through them.
Right.
Which is pretty cool. So dead air. So I don't know. Just the continuation here. So now we have Halloween, right? Halloween 2018 continuance. Halloween Kills.
Right.
Halloween Kills, completely different, new, different kind of territory with Michael. But at the same time, where was it going from this? Was he going to come back? How do you continue a story like that whenever he's pretty much killed everything?
Right.
I mean,
Except for Laurie Strode.
And her granddaughter, Allison, right? So, okay, cool. So, this one is it immediately starts out. Halloween ends
Yes.
with one of the most tragic, horrific things that you'll ever fucking see in your life. Within 5 minutes, it's like, holy shit, you know? So what I noticed too is he's riding his bike, right? And he's riding through a very, very affluent neighborhood, right? Because he's going to a fucking mansion, for Christ's sake, right? And this is Corey. This is the new character, right? So it was a year ago that all the stuff happened in Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills.
Okay.
That all happened a year prior. Because this is
so
2019.
it's not 4 years.
No, this is 2019, the very beginning.
Okay.
But the rest of the story is 4 years.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, I'm
So,
with you. I'm
yeah,
with you.
so it's the
yeah,
next Halloween. So when Michael was
I forgot
gone,
where we were. Yes.
right. So literally you see this very good kid. He goes in there. They're talking about engineering school, colleges, you know, he's just a good kid.
And he's there
know?
to babysit these folks.
Yeah, son.
Kid, yeah.
Yeah, like a last minute type of a deal.
Right.
You know, and he's not really a babysitter, but he works on their lawn. You know what I mean? So they kind of allude to that. And then he's like, he's a good person because he even has an opportunity to grab a beer. And he's like, no, he grabs chocolate milk.
Yep.
That's a kind of a theme in this too.
Yeah. He loves some chocolate milk.
Yeah, right. And he was going to get some zucchini bread because they mention it. They're like, oh, the zucchini bread's actually good. He's like, okay. Well, they're watching The Thing, which is awesome.
Which is
because
cool,
that's a
yeah.
fucking throwback to 78.
Right.
They were watching The Thing from another world
Right.
in that one. And the kid's like, no, you're scared. Your mom.
Well, and you get the impression from the mom, like, oh, he's sensitive and all this, and
He's
then
wet
like
in the
when
bed.
you
Yeah.
and when you really see him, he's like a douche.
Yes. Because I think that he might be infected with the same kind of evil. The evil has just
Okay.
like shrunk a little bit and kind of like it's gone away for this time. And now Michael was the
I
same
think
age.
he's just a douchey kid.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know.
And Michael was the same age, I think, as this kid
Okay.
whenever he made his first kill. So if you think about it, maybe the kid was gonna pass. He was gonna receive the torch if he would have lived. Because he doesn't. He pulls some bullshit, and Corey kicks open the door.
So
and
he locks his babysitter Corey, our new
Yeah.
character, into this room. I don't know, upstairs.
one of the attics out of the 4 floors.
Yeah, and right away when we come in this house, you see the like going up, and
The
you're
stairs.
like, "Geez, this is a huge fucking home."
Yeah.
But yeah, so as Corey's kicking the door, and like all of this could have been avoided in about 30 seconds if Corey would have calmed the fuck down.
Yeah.
But
he
he's
doesn't.
like freaking out because
Yeah.
he's trapped in there, and the kid's talking shit.
Yeah.
And so he's kicking at the door, and the parents are coming home.
It's like perfect.
And as soon as the parents open the door, he kicks open the door, the other door, on where he's at, and the kid flies over the banister and drops like 3 or 4 stories onto the flooring.
It fucking bounces too.
Yeah.
It is
Pretty
tragic.
brutal, yeah.
Yes. And he's up there. She can hear him yell, like, I'm going to kill you. You know, I mean, just
Right.
kind of normal.
And then all of a sudden,
Yes. It's like,
I audibly went, "Oh,
yeah, I know. I'm like, oh my. It's the first time in a long time. Ooh. Oh, shit. Maybe I should call somebody. But, okay.
make all my floors out of bounty."
Right. So, but you got to take notice too of this. When the kid shows up, he does have the wolf mask on.
Yeah.
And he scares his mom. So he was already hiding behind a mask in a way.
Yeah.
Kind of like a young Michael.
Or
in
a
a way.
kid.
Yes. Just a jackass kid. I might be reading more into it,
Well,
but I
and
can
maybe
see
you're
that.
not. Maybe
Yeah.
they were alluding to that, but I
Yeah.
didn't feel strong enough vibes to pick that up. I
Right,
guess.
right. Well, there needed to be a new boogeyman
Yeah.
because the other boogeyman's gone.
Is he though?
He wasn't, and Corey is not a babysitter. He was a good person. He was a good kid.
Why are babysitters automatically bad people?
Exactly, right? Because the babysitter murders. You know what I mean? So another kid dies on Halloween
Right.
with the babysitter,
Right.
right? So it's starting over again.
Right.
You do get to see that a little bit later. Lori drives by and she sees him.
Yeah.
So, you know, you're immediately like fucking entwined with this shit. You're like, holy fuck. The opening title sequences on all of these are great.
Yeah, absolutely. The
I-
endless pumpkins.
Yes, and I think that's one thing that we're losing a lot of in movies is those opening title sequences. They're put at the end and they look badass, but the opening ones I can just always look at and be like, damn, that's badass. This one shows an emergence.
Yeah.
So 2018, it showed the pumpkin from rot to brand new. And the second one, it was just many of them. It was like they were saying, we're going to combine all the shit in some weird way, all the other Halloweens into one. This one is like, guess what? The new one's coming.
Right.
But the last pumpkin on the whole thing didn't have anything carved
No
into
face.
it. Exactly.
Just
nothing. It was a shape. Exactly. So Laurie starts off talking about her book. It was like slashers, survivors,
Sam
and
Hain.
Sam Hain or something. So we got the voiceover. Now the voiceover, I can understand. You can get rid of it. For real.
It was okay.
Yeah.
It didn't bother me.
Nah, yeah, but it's kind of like the Blade Runner voiceovers that they added. They're like, people won't understand this. I don't give a shit.
Right.
Why do you need a fucking voiceover for Blade Runner? So you have this. She's coping. She's getting along. She's living with the granddaughter.
Yeah, she's moved on from that survivor mode.
Yeah, she bought a house there.
It has neighbors.
Yes. Yeah, and
Instead
she's
of just
like,
traps, and she even mentions that.
yeah, I didn't build a fortress. I built a home, and I'm trying to live my best life because it's over with. Of course,
If it was, they wouldn't have made another movie. Just saying.
So
They didn't come here to watch Laurie Strode bakes a pie.
right. So and that's where everything starts.
Right.
She literally burns that pie. Evil's done. It goes.
The granddaughter.
Yeah. Well, it's like the pie burns, and the whole movie starts getting worse. From there.
Agreed.
Which is just a weird kind of turning point in it. But you can see how they're both reactive to it. They're like, they run to danger. Yeah. Instead of most people are like, fuck, I don't know what's going on. And they're there. And she's like totally cool. She's like that cool grandma, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like whoop everybody's ass because you know it, right?
Jamie Lee Curtis was your grandma, I guess.
Yes.
Jesus.
And they even said it in Kills because this couple got killed. And this one woman was in the first one. The second one, you think she gets killed. And now she's in this one. But she's like, they're in Halloween Kills and she's flying this drone, right? They're just playing. And she's like, you don't want to go over there and mess with Laurie Strode. She'll whoop your ass. She's a bad bitch. But so you get this impression that, things have kind of changed in a weird way. So Corey at the very beginning is riding through this very nice neighborhood on his bike. The next one pops up. He's riding through the fucking ghetto pretty much. Yeah. And there is even a little dill on the side of the one of the underpasses. It says "Love lives today" or something like that. Something from the second one. Right. To kind of bring it. So you get to see how this kid has gone from what happened into this very, very... You know that everybody's turned on him. You know that everybody's fucking flushed this kid down the toilet. Which is sad in a way. And, you could tell the stepdad's like, yo, you know what? Cool. You could do this, he's just really good to him, giving him the job. We haven't met his mom yet. And yes. Yeah. So
met those moms though.
Right. So basically, we're still getting the whole. Lindsay gets introduced again. She's doing tarot reads, right. And she, Allison pulls the death card, and she's like, "Oh, it's the death." She's like, "No, it's a good thing. It's transition." But I like how it's 3 surviving women that are like badass, and she's like, "You know what? You need to find that love that makes you want to rip your shirt off and show your tits and say fuck you. Let's get it on." You're like, "God damn, that's badass, right?" Yeah. She's like really standing up for everything. And I think that is another kind of it's the power that they still have. The power of good is really there. Right. Allison's lost. She won't go to the party. She won't do anything like that. She doesn't want to go alone. But she's been alone. It's been her and her grandmother for these 4 years. Right. Living in this house. She's, I guess, a nurse. Yeah. She's because her job comes into play. Yeah, she's a nurse at this, I guess, really small, like day center hospital. I don't know.
But she's not going to get the promotion because she doesn't sleep with the doctor.
Yeah, and the doctor's a douche.
Yeah, he is.
Dr. Dish. So we see Corey leave the junkyard, right? Because they telegraph a couple of things in this
Right.
one. They kind of show you this, the dump is where everything gets discarded, but he's there. So think about that too.
Sure.
He's been discarded by everybody.
Society, yeah.
Yeah, everybody there, but he hasn't left.
Right.
Nobody's left fucking Haddonfield that's involved with that shit. I would have been
blows
taken
my
off.
mind.
Yeah, I would have fucking been gone.
Would have been like, I'm out of here.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
screw
go
you guys.
Create my own destiny out here in the world.
Right. So everybody knows that Michael's still out there. He's riding around on his bike, you know. It's just this kind of refuge for him, being by on his own. He's still riding a bike 4 years later.
Yeah.
You can just tell nothing.
Well, he went away for a while.
Yeah, it's like, guess what? Your life ends right here. And it never picked up again. And neither did Lori's granddaughter, Allison.
Right.
Kind of gone through the motions, right? So you got the douche band kids. What the fuck are those dudes? You got the three band geeks, right? You got the woman, the little black girl. Then you got the dude with the fucking Frodo Baggins haircut, whatever the fuck that is, right? With the drumsticks. And then you got fucking Johnny Cool, you know, with the leather jacket over his band uniform.
Yeah, I don't
These
know.
are band dudes? No, fucking. And then you got the friend,
Right.
You know, the friend that's always there is like, the voice of reason.
What are you doing?
Yeah. But see, and
But
that's.
I won't stop it. But what are you doing?
Yeah, stop it. What's your problem? But it's weird because Corey's in the store and he's just looking.
Yeah.
And the attendant's like, are you going to buy something?
Yeah. It's like real douchey to him.
Yeah, everybody treats him like a piece of shit.
Right.
And he comes out and they're like, hey, because he chooses the fucking chocolate milk. And so he's got the chocolate milk, he's drinking it, and they're like, hey, would you buy us some alcohol? He's like, no, he should have just left, right? But he didn't. So they're like, I recognize you, I know you. And they push and they push and they push until he breaks the bottle with his hand
Right.
all over him. And the dude pushes him down and it fucking cuts his hand.
Right.
Opens a wound for him. And then Lori's over there in her Ford Ranger.
Right.
Like, hey, what the fuck? Right? They're like, whatever. They act all douchey and leave. She walks up and she's like, okay.
What is the line? Something about the psychopath and the crackpot?
Yeah,
or
the
something.
psycho
The
and
psycho and the something. Doesn't matter.
yeah, the psycho and lunatic or something.
Like,
I don't
which
know.
one are you?
Yeah. But so they get into her kind of looking at him being like, hey, I see you for who you are.
Yeah.
And they were treating you like shit. I don't care who the fuck you are. You know what? You're everybody kind of knows him as he's a good kid, but yet kind of been dealt a lot of shit. But this is one of the first things that you really are just like, good God, dude.
Yeah.
Man, I feel so bad for you.
Absolutely.
And so she takes him to the hospital.
No, before that,
She pops the
she
he pops the tires.
knife.
Yeah.
And she's like, you or me, you know? And they show him like, you know, lowering the car
Right.
as you were.
And then they go and they go to the hospital, and as soon as Allison sees him,
Yeah, it's like instant connection between
Yeah.
the two of them.
it was
for sure.
it's such a weird kind of a deal because both of them, it seems like their life started again at
Right.
that moment. So the Dr. Douche is in there, you know, operating on his hand and, you know, talking shit. And so Allison comes in and
Did she drop something or? I
he-
didn't see that part exactly. I don't remember exactly what
yeah,
happened.
he poked Corey in the hand because he was going to
That's
numb
right.
his hand, you know, so she could clean it, right? And he jumps. He's like, ah. He's like, what
That's
the
right.
fuck?
That's
and he
right.
starts talking shit to her, and he's like, you know, he doesn't need to talk to you like that.
Yeah.
He's so good, inherently good, that he didn't buy the alcohol. You know what I mean?
Right.
So kind of like whenever he was at the fridge, it was another kind of a throwback. He chose a chocolate milk because that was on the fucking bar whenever he dies. He chose the chocolate milk there, but they shatter it because he can't be good.
Right.
And so he's in there. They notice each other and they're like, oh, you know, this is pretty cool. And it's
And her more than him. Like she's the aggressor.
she pursues
in
him.
a not in a bad way, but it's probably a good thing. Like, because he would have never done anything on his own, you know? Because he didn't even realize how much she was into him.
Yeah. No. She pursues him big time.
Yeah.
And he's so... This dude's a genius, too. Because she's like, oh, yeah, my car's rattling. Oh, he's like, oh, it'd be very... It's cinch. You know, it just takes 2 screws. It's your muffler. How the fuck would you know? All you need is 2 screws and a lift.
Yeah.
Huh? How'd you guess? Because we do get to see...
I work at a salvage yard. Come on.
Yeah, we do get to see Deputy Dickhead,
Yeah.
you know, pull her over for it.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, baby, you
He's
miss
like
me?
10 years older than her or 15 years older than her or something.
Fucking creepy.
Yeah. Super creepy.
He's actually one of the arresting officers that arrest Corey when they
yeah.
flash back and
Right.
Lori drives by.
That's right.
You know? And so, yeah, we already get that introduction to that fucking douchebag.
Right.
And now, see, this is where the movie itself, in the quadrilogy, I guess, starts to become its own movie.
Right.
Basically, at that point, you know, it starts because, you know, Michael Myers is going to be in. You're going to see a Halloween movie. You know, there's a lot of things that you know already, but how are they going to do it? Right? What are they going to do to end it?
Right.
That's the constant question that I had on my mind. And then right there, everything fucking switches because
This is where they go to the party?
kind of, yes.
Okay, yeah.
That was the biggest transition.
Yeah.
Because he does talk about it later on, looking at the tower, right?
Yeah.
And saying, you know, I used to look at it and want to climb it and just get out of here, you know, want to burn it all down, blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
So she has her first outside interaction with him, and he's looking at the tower right behind her.
Yep.
So it's kind of like there's all these fate signs, you know? She's like, you got shit on your back. He's like, huh? you want to go out with me? And he's like, you don't want to do that, you know, because he's been beat down so much. She's been handled with kid gloves this whole time,
right?
You know, except for by complete Dr. Douches. So they, of course, he starts to learn how to ride his bike. You know, he's kind of doing this thing.
His stepdad gives him the motorcycle.
Yeah,
Why don't you ride this?
Yeah, it doesn't run well, but you know, here you go.
Run, yeah.
Yeah, maybe you'll get it to. Maybe you'll be on time to work.
Yeah.
So you're like, cool. He learns how to ride that bike within a day or something.
Right.
And she says, oh, well, you ride a motorcycle? Because he wants to give her the bike, too. He's like, hey, you want it?
You can just take it.
Yeah, you can have it. I got a motorcycle now. How's he going to get home? The dude is just like fucking good.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
You can see the transition in his face from that very first scene with his glasses and everything. You see the transition of him shrinking into himself, especially when he's walking on the road. He's like, it's like he's
anxiety, nervousness, something.
It's a metamorphosis kind of a deal, because that's when, you know, the dad of the kid that died rolls up on him. We get to talk about that later.
Yeah.
But you know, you get to see his gradual change, and it is a gradual change until he gets to the very fucking end, and you're like, God damn, he's still there, but it's not him.
Right.
And I thought that was really excellent, the way that they did that. And so, you know, they end up at that fucking bar, and Lindsay's like,
oh yeah,
yeah, Lindsay's like fucking what is she? Because she picks him up. Right? Because this is where we get to meet his mom.
Yeah. He's
like, I'm going to be late for dinner. So basically he goes home and his mom's like, what are you doing? Right. All on the shit. And he's like, Mom, it's okay. Stepdad's just like, fucking leave me out of it. You know?
Yeah.
He's like, nah.
His stepdad has the biggest face I've ever seen on a human being.
It's pretty big.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
like,
looks...
It's odd.
Yes. That's why it was hit.
Like a golem.
But at the same time,
he's a nice guy.
Yeah, he's a nice guy, but yet he's not sticking up.
No.
He's not being a parental figure that
he's just
he needs.
out of it.
Yeah. He's like, I'll be nice to the kid. Yeah. You know, he's got a tough break here and there. So his mom's all over him. Like, you can't. If I can't have you, nobody can have you. Type shit. So he's texting Allison, and she's like, "Well, I'll get you a costume, right?" So they pick him up. They end up at the bar. It's Lindsay's bar, I guess. I don't know.
Seems to be.
Yeah,
Or at least she works there.
She's doing a tarot read. I don't know why that was so fucking... They had to keep adding that. She's on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I get to see her all the
wouldn't
time.
know that.
Yeah, get to see her all the time. There's my man card.
Be taking that, sir.
Yes. Thank you for all the years of having it.
We'll hold it here, and we'll put you on a program to try to earn that back.
Yes. Please. Thank you. So literally, this is the part where I see that this movie, again, is something different.
Sure.
Because it just started to do this transition into something else. And you finally realize, it's like, what would happen? How does somebody like Michael Myers become Michael Myers?
Right.
Okay, so Rob Zombie explored it. Childhood trauma, bullshit, crazy stuff, right?
Right.
Fucking, 666,
Yeah.
weird shit, right? This one is like somebody that is inherently good. How can they be turned?
Right.
So that's where this movie ends up taking us. In a weird fucking way, it's still a Halloween movie, but it's not.
I agree with that. I would say that scene where they're at the party, and we were talking about this earlier, and I think you hit the nail on the head. When they're dancing and they're drinking and they're just having a great time,
It's like 5 minutes into it.
and they're free. It's
Yes.
the only time that you see them free from all the shackles of everything that's been happening their whole lives.
Everything that's pulled them apart from the town, they have that moment where she's doing like the fucking jive hands over his face and
While
shit.
he's laying down,
Yeah.
yeah.
And he because he throws his mask off, right? And he throws his sweater off. They have a good time. It's the Dead Kennedy song, Halloween,
yeah.
They're fucking killing it, right?
Like, I want to be at this party. This
Right.
is a cool party.
They're just letting it all go.
Yeah.
And they can actually be who they want to be at this point.
Right.
So he like has that momentary like freedom. And he's like, fuck
But
it.
almost is immediately hit by the mom of the
Right.
kid that died.
Yeah. So the original Michael Myers, the guy that played him, is in that scene because he bumps into him, and the dude's like what you see?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
that's the real dude, right? So he ends up leaving his mask on on the pool table.
Right.
If he would have had his mask on, he would have been anonymous, but he
true.
didn't, right?
true.
So mom hears his voice, and you're like, holy shit, that's her, right? She immediately tears into his ass because he's smiling. What is the first thing he says? She's like, so you having a good time? He's like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Immediately, he knew everything was done,
Yep.
He couldn't get away from it. So, of course, he runs out because she's fucking screaming at him. You took my son, this and that. I know you did it on purpose. And of course he didn't.
Right.
We all know that.
But it really was like you would infer that when he was like, I'm going to kill you. And,
Yeah. Yeah. She heard some things, but also at the same time,
It's her kid.
she buried, her son,
Yeah. 100%.
which is a tremendously tragic event,
Right.
He's basically been shit upon by the whole entire city because of that incident, instead of a healing kind of a deal. This is an accident. It's tragic. It sucks. Is like his mom was like, fuck you, and like it grew from there where everybody fucking hated the kid. Right. So he ends up going outside and
He's leaving and she chases after him.
right.
And then he kind of blames her for taking him.
He's like, where were you?
Yeah. And you left me or whatever. But,
Right.
and then he just takes off walking.
Well, it's you can see she puts out her hands to say, you know what? I didn't do this on purpose.
Right.
Maybe she didn't know that was really him. Maybe she thought it was somebody else.
Even if she did, like, she didn't know the mom of, she couldn't have been.
She didn't care.
And he even apologizes to her later.
Yeah.
But this is the part where this is where things change again. Because those kids show back up while he's walking home.
Kick the shit out of him.
Not only kick the shit out of him, throw him off like a bridge, like
Yeah.
15, 20 feet.
But before that, I want to kind of get into that scene where they're both on the sidewalk. Okay, so she's reaching out her hands, right?
yeah.
She's reaching out her hands, and he's having to walk home, and he's just like, "No, I'm the psycho. You survived. I get it. I know who you are. You know, you're looked at like a hero. I'm looked at like a fucking heel. Yeah. Everybody fucking hates me here. I don't know. I want to get out of here, you know? She breaks down because she's like, here is everything for you. You just got to fucking take my hand and everything's done. But then she slowly brings her hands up to her eyes and everything. Mm-hmm. And they show the moon, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know what that symbolizes, but the way that they shot it.
No, I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the moon is right in the middle of her hands.
I remember thinking that as well.
So she's like fucking devastated because she was having fun. She was letting go. He was too. It was just, and their past is always going to be there. Right. It has to end sometime. Another theme.
Leave this small town in Illinois.
Right.
It's a big world out there, kids.
Right. And so the Chrysler LeBaron douchebags, right, end up on the bridge, we were saying, and they're like, "Hey, what's up, dude?" And he's like, he puts out his hand, and fucking shitty haircut dude was like, "Don't leave him hanging, dude." Yeah. I would have been like, "What the fuck are you kids doing?"
Exactly.
Get the fuck away from me.
He does start to stand up for himself there, though.
Yeah. And then Drumstick Kid was like, like easily, you know, but what he noticed is at the junkyard when he was teaching Allison how to ride the motorcycle, that his dad had brought him into the junkyard to get the tire fixed because he drove on it because he didn't know how to fix it. Right. He's like, my son fucked this up, and slaps him on the back of the head, talking shit to him, right? So Corey sees that, but he says it to him. He's like, your dad fucking hates you.
And something about his brother too, right?
Yeah. Something fucking.
He's like, what's it like to be? You know what it's like to be hated on. Every day.
Your dad fucking does that shit to you, and that pisses that dude off. But he's telling the truth. Yeah. It's that continuation. It's that cycle. Yeah. And then I don't know how he falls off the bridge.
Yeah, it was just the struggle of it all, and he's kind of not. Coordinated.
If you look at it, that was like a death and rebirth at that point.
Yeah.
Because just like the kid might have been about the same height. Yeah. But the way he fell killed him, and the way that Corey fell didn't kill him.
Well, and he pulls out the knife, right?
He pulls out the knife and sticks. It's like,
and just knocks it out of his hand.
Right. And then
it's like he didn't even have a knife.
Yeah, and then he's talking shit to the head band geek number 1. Yeah. And he's like, fucking dad hates you. And he's like, fuck you. It's so funny too, because they throw him over, and the friend of the band geeks was like, why do you hate this dude? What'd you do? And in bowl cut shit face, right? Yeah. He's like, whoa, he tripped, bro. Need to be more careful.
That's what I saw.
The worst fucking band geeks in the world.
Absolutely.
Like I
didn't know there were like roving band geeks that beat people up.
I didn't either. They wore their band uniforms fucking out in public, you know?
Hardcore band geek gangs.
They're fucking in it to win it. But it's that transition, because he falls. He's not dead. Right. You know, the bum sees him. But then all of a sudden he gets dragged into the fucking sewer. Right. Which that was kind of weird, because, you know, the bum has been floating around.
Yeah, we saw him throughout.
Yeah, he's been around. They've shown him a couple of times.
They've shown him from the perspective of what we would expect Michael's perspective to be.
Yes. So. Yeah. So it's almost like a symbiotic relationship of the old man is kind of like his extension outside, but yet he never sees him. Yeah. He never sees him.
But he does mention, give me that mask.
Yeah, because he wants to fucking be rich. He's like, I'm Michael Myers. You know what I mean? Right. So he pulls him in there. And I mean, you're feeling so horrible for Corey the whole fucking time. He wakes up in this dungeon-like place and nobody's around him. And he's just like, what the fuck, right? So he sees the opening. He starts walking towards it, and Michael reaches out his hand and grabs him by the throat. Right. Through a crack. And this is what I was saying, because he's so fucking weak, you don't really get to see him fully. Right. Because Michael hasn't fully shown himself to us. So he reaches out and grabs him by the neck, and then like they do that close up on his eyes. Mm-hmm. Like he's looking into his eyes through there and protecting himself from Corey trying to get free. Right. You know what I mean?
Or through trying to hurt him.
Right. Yeah. And he's like, he lets him go because he sees something in him.
Well, and that's when we have that little, like, this is the past of what happened, all the dark shit that happened.
It was a flash. Yeah. Yes. It was like he's seeing everything.
Everything that was bad.
he sees the trauma.
Right.
So he fed off that trauma. It made him a little bit stronger, right?
Okay.
Not necessarily. And that could explain some of the other stuff. So Corey gets out, right? And the first thing is the bum's like, "Hey, buddy, give me that mask." And then he kills out of...
He pulls a knife.
Yeah, he pulls the knife that Lori gave him.
Right.
And instead of just pushing the bum off and kicking him away, they get into a scuffle and he stabs him twice.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Kind of out of... it was almost
self-defense almost.
It was a half and half. The
Yeah.
second one wasn't self-defense.
The
First one was.
Yeah.
But the second stab wasn't. And he immediately throws a knife. He freaks out, starts fucking running.
and then
you know?
goes to Allison.
Yeah.
I killed somebody.
Which is fucking crazy.
Because you're like, is he just going to tell her that
Well,
he just killed somebody?
Right. Well, this is where Lori gets to see who he really is after he met Michael. Okay, so
Sure.
Lori's up on the second floor. She looks down, and it looks just like Michael did in '78.
Yeah.
Hidden
down
by
at
the bush.
Yeah.
You know, she hears the motorcycle, and she's like, "Huh." She looks down, and he's just staring up at her.
Right.
And then he disappears, right? And fucking awesomely, like, shows up behind her. And it's like, "Hey," but when she's looking at him, you can see everything fucking stops for her.
Right.
Everything is back. It's 1978 again. She looks at it, and she's like, "Holy shit. Wait a minute." Allison comes out, right? He's like, "Just take a walk with me. You know, that's all I really want." So they're walking, and then he drops that fucking bomb.
I killed somebody.
I just killed somebody.
He doesn't say I just killed somebody. He says I killed somebody because I thought that he was going to talk about the bomb with her, but instead he takes her to the house where the kid died.
Right.
Yeah.
Kind of, because he's like, we need to let go.
Right.
That's basically where I think that solidifies their relationship.
Yep.
Because she is 100% like, I'm in it.
Yep.
I'm there, whatever you want from me. Because most people, if somebody said they murdered somebody, would be like, "Whoa, let's get you to the fucking...
Hey.
You're the dream.
You're the killer.
And I'm the killie."
Wait a minute. At the meantime, while this is going on, Lori is in kind of asking questions, and she ends up talking to the dad
Yes.
of the kid that got killed.
Yes.
And he talks about when he was going to go talk to him because he felt bad really for the kid.
Right.
For Corey,
Yeah.
from the situation. He's been shit on the whole time.
Yeah, and he's like, it's like the town took my grief and my pain and my anguish and made it their own.
Yeah.
And I fucking hated him for it. And he's like, he would turn his back and all the shit that they would say about him and look at the way, and honestly, it pissed me off.
Yep.
He's like, he's a good kid.
So he pulls up to they show a flashback of him pulling up to him, and he's like, it was like a different kid.
Yeah. He's like, that kid walks a evil path.
Yeah.
He walks a
Dark
different
path,
path.
yeah.
Dark path. And then, of course, because Lindsay introduces him, introduces her to him.
Right.
So she gets up. One thing that we didn't talk about was the chance encounter outside the Food Lion,
Oh, yeah, with Lori and,
Yeah.
What's his name in the movie?
The deputy or whatnot.
Deputy guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
lieutenant. Should know his name by now, fuck.
Right.
But
the cherry blossoms.
yeah, so they kind of talk a little bit, but she comes out, and that's another transition
right.
for her too. She's happy because she's like, "I like your face. I like looking at your face. I like seeing you."
Right. So
You
this
know?
is where we get almost like the same story from Corey for Lori,
Yes.
because that's where the neighbor was the black lady.
Yes.
And she's like, she can't talk now because what'd she say?
Well, this is weird. I don't know where this came from. Is like he wasn't all there in the head, but you provoked him. You made him do
Yeah,
this. I'm like, what the fuck?
So that's why I think maybe I thought that I missed something in like Kills because I only watched half of it.
Never alluded to it.
Okay.
Never alluded to it at all. But somehow he was like a slower person, didn't have all of his brain facilities, and she taunted him,
How does
wouldn't
that
leave him
make
alone.
sense?
She didn't fucking do anything.
Yeah, she didn't know him.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
And that
That's
was,
why I thought it had to be in like the second,
Right.
You know, or even in Halloween 2018, it could have been, but I don't remember that.
there was no antagonizing by her
Right.
at all.
Right.
And that woman that's in the wheelchair, she's in the first one.
Right.
She shows everybody the grave.
Right.
Right. Judith Meyer's grave. She's in the second one. She gets fucking stabbed with a fucking fluorescent light.
Yes.
And that's another weird transition for Michael in that, because instead of just stabbing once, he starts grabbing knives off the fucking wall and stabbing her husband like "Fikink," and he grabs another one, "Fikink," while she's watching, and then he just grabs one knife and he walks off. I thought she was dead, but apparently she lived. Right? She can't talk and shit like that. And I guess her daughter is like, "Why didn't you leave
that was in
that boy
Kills?
alone?" Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Which Lori's like, "What the fuck?" Because she's like, "Oh, you happy? What'd you get at the store?"
So they were referring to things that happened in the 40 years later. So,
Yes.
Okay, that makes more
Yeah,
sense
yeah,
to me. Because
yeah.
I'm like, what?
Yeah, exactly. But
Well, yeah, I mean, it doesn't make sense, but it makes more sense to me, is all I'm saying.
But yeah, they never alluded to anything that Michael was. But he was from a mental institute, and I think that's where they pull it from.
Okay.
Because he was in the mental institute his whole life, and everybody started to look for a blame.
Sure.
So, of course, it's all Lori's fault, even though she was the one that was trying to escape all this stuff. But that's how the town sees it. So the town's against her too. She's
Okay.
a psycho, right? Or the whatever.
She's a kook or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, doesn't matter.
And so she's like she's there along with them, and that's when everything shatters for her too, because she has a moment just like they do.
Yep.
With the sheriff or whatnot, and he's like, he sees him outside, and he's like, "Lori," and he walks up to the door and he's like, "Hey, I really would like to see those cherry blossoms sometime." So they're kind of planting the seed there,
Yeah.
and it's like both of them need to come together because they have a lot of grief and they have a lot of trauma and hurt and shit like that, just like Corey and Allison.
Right.
So that's something that we missed. Because now we're on the part where basically you see Corey shrinking, and the dad gets him, and then Lori walks out and is like, "Hey, this shit's got to fucking end right now," you know?
Right.
She ends up, because this is where he starts to do his kills, right?
Yeah.
He meets Allison at the diner,
Yep.
right? They want to meet. Deputy Douchebag shows up and will
He's
not
having some beers with his friends.
will not fucking leave him alone.
Yeah.
And she's even wincing.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? She's just like
her body language is like, get the fuck away from me.
Yeah. And she's like, I'm with somebody. He's like, "Oh, hey, you know, and oh, you should really come over and have it." And she's like, "No."
And that's finally when Corey like snaps.
He's like, "We're good." And then everybody's like,
Jukebox stops.
Right. And he's like, "I know you." He recognizes him. So Corey gets in his face.
Yeah, I was going to say Corey doesn't back down now.
No, he stood him. And even that dude knew. It was like,
Yeah.
nah.
It was like looking in his eyes. He's like, okay.
Yeah. I was like, wait a
But
minute.
that's like, so after that though, that's when we transition to him taking her home. And she says something about coming up to her room or something. And he's like, another night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he knows that Douche Magoosh has been following him the whole time.
The whole fucking time.
So he leads them.
Yes. He leads him into the underpass. And
which connects to the sewer.
yeah, which is right there where Michael is, you know, because he only comes out every once in a while.
Right.
He doesn't really need a lot to sustain his life, I guess, but he's so incredibly weak at this next scene.
Right.
So Deputy Douchebag comes up. He finds the dead bum, right? And he's like, "What the fuck?" Corey comes and wraps his jacket around him. He's just fucking with him. You know what I mean? He drags him to the ground, kind of attacks him a little bit. Corey gets punched, and he runs straight into the sewer.
Yep.
You see him take off, and he's running.
He even laughs a little bit.
Yeah. It was weird. And so Deputy Douchebag walks in. He's got his whole deal. He's like, "I'm going to get you, kid. I'm going to fuck you up." You know? And he's shining the light. And that's where that one where you see Michael in the background. He's like, "What the fuck?" But what you don't notice, or what you're supposed to notice that they're showing, is like there is a face carved in the cement.
Oh, okay.
It's weird.
I don't know that I saw that.
It's like a weird shape.
Okay.
Again, it's like
The shape.
it's like caveman art almost. You know what I mean? Which is really cool. And then, of course, this is like the apex of all of the tunnels in the entire city,
Right.
because there's like, I don't know, there's like 8 different fucking inlets
Right.
to that place, right? It's like the big drain. They haven't,
chamber.
yeah, it hasn't rained at all in 4 years. So Corey's up there and he sees him and he's like, oh, Michael comes up and starts to go after him, right?
But you can tell he's still weak.
Oh, he's like barely moving.
Yeah.
He's all scrunched up too. And he's like, and you can see, and he's like, show me how to do it. And he's like, get up. You know, he's kind of giving him some of his power in a weird way.
Yeah.
And he pulls a knife out of the rock. He's like, mm-hmm. And then that first stab, you can see that Michael takes this. He's like, oh. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like he shakes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like it's something coursing through his veins. And then the more he stabs, the stronger he gets.
Right.
Because he starts to stand up straighter. He starts to fucking kind of show off a little bit. And he knows what he's doing for Corey in a weird way.
Yeah.
He knows he's like, yeah, you're going to be doing this here pretty fucking soon.
Right.
So, and I think, see, because that was his first kill, right? And then, of course, Corey's got his mask. He ends up spending the night with
Well,
Allison.
you're talking about Halloween night, October 31st?
Well, what night did they spend together?
Maybe that was his, I don't remember.
Yeah.
But he goes back to the sewer and fights Michael
Well, yeah.
to get his mask.
Yeah, that's after this.
Yeah, okay.
Because he goes and sleeps with her. They finally,
Yeah.
they bump uglies, you know.
Yep.
They do the deed.
They get the ugly bump.
Lori sees it,
Yeah.
you know.
And she even stays out of the house for a while.
Right, because
Like-
he walks in, he knocks on the door, and he's like, I don't know what's happening to me. And he, like, pushes up on her, and she kind of is like, she steps a little bit back into the door frame, but then she's like, what do you need me to do?
Right.
So again, she's jumping into danger,
Yeah.
just like they did at the very beginning. And she's like totally fucking prepared for this relationship, but not really, because it's such a toxic kind of a deal, but it's uplifting to them. So, of course, he leaves and he gets the mask.
Yeah, he goes and fights Michael a bit.
His mask, his little transition.
Oh, you're talking about the scarecrow mask.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Well,
yeah, because he grabs it off her dresser when he leaves.
Yeah, he looks at it
Yeah,
and he's
yeah.
like, you know what? Because he's
I need my
transitioning.
own mask.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to go try to do this on my own now.
Right.
But yet it's a tag team, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Which it was like training wheels. That's how I put it in this. I was like,
Nice.
it was like training wheels, because Michael was in the closet,
Right.
right? Because, you know, the doctor was a fucking complete ass pirate. Just a dick, right? And he's like, ooh, baby. Yeah. Put it on the smooth jazz, Alexa. You know, and he's like fucking cutting up cheeses and shit.
Yeah.
You know? and of course, she's in the back. She's like, the first thing she does, she's like, you mind if you want to go take a shower? What the fuck? You go freshen up.
Yeah.
What?
And he even had a gift
Yeah, it
box
was like,
for her.
thanks or congratulations on the promotion.
Yeah.
She's like, well, congratulations, yeah, to you too. So she's about to get into the shower, and then bam, she hears a commotion outside.
Right.
And that's when she comes out, and it's completely dark. That's a badass house.
Yeah.
She even says it too. She's like, this house is so rich. And well, she comes out, and you can see in the background, you can barely see it, the shadow of something happening back there. Well, she ends up turning on the lights because she sees all the shit, and that's when you start hearing it. And he's stabbing home dude with the fucking corkscrew
Yep.
repeatedly.
Which, as soon as they showed him opening that with the corkscrew, and then they showed him laying it down.
Yeah, he
I was
looked at
like,
it.
Yeah. I'm like, well, you know what's going to happen here.
Yeah, telegraph. Mail call.
Corkscrew to the eyeball. Later.
He's got a bag over his head and everything like that too. But Corey's like, so this is his first real one. You know what I
Right.
mean? So he goes to the door and fucking bang, she shuts the door on it. They got cell phones now. How are you going to fucking stop that shit? Because
Right.
back then you had a landline.
Right.
But she's got a cell phone. She's like, Michael comes out of the fucking closet. ends up stabbing her and hanging her on the wall, right?
Yeah, like that's some force right there.
While
bro.
he watches.
Yeah.
The human body probably wouldn't stay that
No.
way because of the thinness of the knife
Right.
on the top with
I
no
agree.
with no sharpness or anything like that. It would just be like
Maybe if he'd have done it sideways,
yeah,
you know.
make more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he does it at an angle, so kind of it's like a
whatever.
hat rack.
Yeah.
But the whole time Corey's banging on the door, but he sees him come through and he's like, okay, this is what I need to do next time.
Right.
I don't need to be so overt with it. It needs to be quiet. Like I shouldn't have taken my time with him. I should have been done,
Right.
you know? But then he unbandages his hand. And it's in a weird way, he's putting it up against the glass, like he's trying to absorb some sort of energy from it as well to make it better. And I don't know if his wound looked better.
I don't know, but she mentions it later that
Yes.
it's infected,
Exactly.
which is weird because of the conversation Laurie Strode has with him shortly after he starts killing some people.
Right. Because he's got his own mask, right? He goes back to the little kid's house,
Yep.
right?
Sleeps on the floor
He's
because he
sleeping.
got kicked out of his house.
Yeah.
She kicks him out.
Yeah, his mom's like, fucking get out of here. She tries to kiss him too.
Yeah,
and
that's weird, dude.
And his stepdad's like, I hope you find love.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was a pretty big moment
Yeah,
right there.
for
He's like,
sure.
I hope you find love. Whoa. So of course, yeah, Lori wakes him up because she's got a fucking paper airplane like they were talking about.
Right.
And she's sitting by the front door, so it's easy access to do whatever she wants to, right? And you see he's kind of afraid at first, but then he's like, no. Her line where he's like, do you think I'm crazy? And he's like, she goes, well, we're both fucked up. That's the thing. Because she goes through that monologue about evil.
Yeah.
She talks about the external evil, you know, that threatens the tribe, whatnot,
Right.
easily, but then the infected evil.
But you don't know.
Exactly. And I think he kind of turns his attitude whenever she gets to that part of it.
I think that there's, real quick, I want to rewind just a little bit because I think there's a line, and maybe I think it's right before he starts really going ham. And I don't know if it's before or after this moment, but I think, no, it must have been after this moment because they talk a lot about burning it down.
Yes.
And she finally gives him like the permission almost.
Yeah. Well, they do at the diner with Deputy Dipshit.
Was that when it was?
She, because he's
Because
like,
she says,
he's,
burn it down.
Yeah. He's like, you just got to tell me and I'll burn it all down.
Right.
All down to the ground. Because she tells him, I just wanted to burn it down before that.
Right.
He's like, I'll light the match.
Yep.
You know,
That's when he starts killing.
yes. So
Yeah.
he's becoming something else.
Right.
He's not Michael Myers. He's something else.
Right.
And so, you know, Lori is like, holy shit, you cannot fucking date my granddaughter.
Right.
This is prohibited. No. Cuidado. And he's just like, so you think I'm fucking crazy? You're the psycho. Or I'm the psycho. You're the basket case or some shit like that. And it was like, she disappears, right? She's like, fuck. She really can't get through to him.
Right.
And she knows that it's past because she's seen the evil in his eyes.
Right.
Same thing she saw with Michael.
Sure.
Of course, he calls Allison. He's like, your mom's trying to kill me.
Grandma.
Yeah. And she's like, okay, I'm at work.
What
Fucking
would
call
you like
later.
me to do about that?
Yes. Meet me at the diner off of Route 9 at fucking 9 p.m. or some shit. So she's like, okay. Well, she goes home, starts packing and shit like that because they're about to leave. And Lori's in the room. She's like, you're not listening to me.
Anybody but him.
Yeah, you're not listening to me. There is something up with him. I have seen this before. I know what I'm talking about.
And she's like, even says, like Michael.
Yes,
You know,
at the
like-
same time.
yeah.
But yet, that's when Lori kind of switches her attitude too, and she's like, no. You're not listening to what I have to say to you.
Right.
And and that's another good kind of course, Jamie Lee Curtis does a great job in this role. And this is kind of like, I'm the mama bear. I'm here to protect you. but I know what's going to happen next if you keep going this way.
And from the granddaughter's, from Allison's point of view, it's like everything in her life has been about Michael Myers.
Yeah, why does this have to be?
Yeah, surprise.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, surprise, surprise.
Asshole.
Yeah. Dick, I never even met him. Never cordially met it. So we get that. She takes off and she's kind of driving around pretty much in her car. She goes to the diner first and he doesn't ever show up. But they do have those 2 montages where they're on the bikes.
Yeah.
The first one, where the cops following them, which I thought the music on that one was fucking awesome.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
it wasn't too long.
Right.
It wasn't a 5-minute sequence.
Even
it
the
was like,
second one wasn't very long. It was like just enough for you to know that they're bonding and having a good time together.
You could see the closeness. You could
Yes.
see the territorial bubbles kind of like break.
Yeah.
Right. So, you know, he decides that he's going to go do his own killing, but he needs the mask.
Yeah. That's when he goes and fights Michael.
That was a badass fucking scene.
It was.
I thought whenever he was leaving the tunnel, right? The first time, and you know, they started to do that little where the camera was turning in a circle. It was like, holy shit, like we're moving somewhere else out of this deal. And it was so, I don't know, that scene was so powerful to me, just seeing it. And then this one, it was fucking badass.
Yeah.
And they end up at the radio station.
Yes.
Right?
On top of the roof.
Yeah.
And that's when he tells her about the tower and how he always wanted to climb it, right?
Right. Oh, we were talking about him getting the mask because he's the only one that went straight to Michael.
Yeah, he went
to
right.
kick his ass.
Yeah.
Because he does ask Allison, did he let you go, or did you survive? You know, whenever
Right.
he goes to their house before the very first kill.
Yeah.
Because he got let go.
Right.
So why did he get let go?
Right.
What the fuck, right? So he doesn't even know what's going on. And she's like, no, my mom saved me.
Yeah.
Which that was it was different. He was not expecting that.
Right.
So whenever he's in there, he just directly goes straight to fucking Michael and starts fucking wrestling with him. It's so crazy. It's like badass, right?
Yeah.
They get into this really cool scuffle, and it kind of just zooms in up to a point. That's where I think the cinematography is really good, is because they don't overdo things.
Right.
But yet that view right there, you're not getting the whole, you don't know what Michael's been doing this whole time.
Right.
Obviously he's weak. This dude just kicked the shit out of him. And he's like, you're just a man in a mask. He already knows what he is, you know? So he takes off the mask from him. He starts, again, the mask is like super durable because he's like crawling on it and shit. And he gets out, right?
Right.
So, of course, we know he's going to be going to do some more fucking killing and shit, right? So, at one of those montages, they end up at the radio station, and I love the DJ. He comes out, he's like, "What are y'all motherfuckers
And we've been
doing?"
hearing his voice through the whole movie too,
Right.
which was kind of interesting, you know.
Yeah, so they were
And
really
he's stoking the flames of all of the murders and all that.
Yeah.
He's like sensationalizing it.
I love his first. He's like, "What are you doing here, you ugly motherfucker?" He's like totally real. He's like, "I'm in your ears. Once I'm in your ears, I ain't never leaving." Well, because he jumps down and you see him do the famous Michael Myers sit up.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, whoop. It's like weird. It's like the pain like awakens something. I don't know what that really means. And she's like, I know. And he looks at Allison. He's like, I know who you are too. And it's just like, you're like, yeah, that dude's going down.
Yep.
But that's where he can see Lori watching them.
Yeah.
He's already seen her from forever. And she's just like watching like, God damn, I can't do anything, you know? So, of course.
And when he goes back to kill the DJ, that's my favorite kill. Just because that tongue on the record player keeps skipping the record, and everybody's listening to that.
Yes.
In fact, they show Lori, and she's driving, and she turns off the... She's like,
Yeah,
"What?"
Allison. Yeah,
Or Allison, yeah.
She shows up at the diner, and she's like,
Yeah.
you know? But that was so fucking crazy because he does get the mask, but that's after he kills the band dudes.
Yeah.
That was fucking crazy because the next day rolls around.
Oh, yeah, we did skip past that.
The next day rolls around after that, right?
Yeah.
And, of course, he scratches in the hood of the Chrysler.
Psycho.
Yeah, Psycho, right? And he just looks at him, And they're like, all right, we're going to come get you, bitch. So they end up at the junkyard because he
Chasing
leads
him
them
on
there.
his motorcycle.
Right. And he shuts the door on them, right? You're like, holy fuck. And then, they're like, where you at, Corey? Come on, man. And Corey's stepdad is watching Hard Target.
Yes, I
in
saw
the
that.
office.
Yeah. With his headphones on.
It's like, pow, 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 pow. Yeah. So he can't hear shit.
Right.
He's probably getting away from that woman because she's all freaking
dude,
out.
I would,
right?
if I was married to that woman, I would have better headphones.
Yes. Yes. So of course, like they kind of show the truck, and then they find his motorcycle, and they're like, we're gonna teach this dude a lesson. So they grab the chain, right? They wrap it around. He gives it to fucking Pork Pie haircut, dude. Drum Sticks gives Sticks the keys. He's like, hey, go hook this up. So you do get to see in the background him actually walking over there before he gets into the car, or before he shuts the door. So he's like, what the fuck, go. He walks up and his Sticks has got the stick in his eyeball. He's like, oh my God, he's fucking dead. So then we get the classic stuff.
Yeah.
Running away straight forward instead of zigzagging through the shit.
Right.
And so that one girl's like, fuck this, I'm out.
For sure.
Band dude number 1 is like, fuck, what the hell's going on? And then friend of band dude like fucking, she's like, she ends up making it over the fence, just like
But she's an idiot because
yeah.
she just stays there.
She's like, and that was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Runs her over with that shit. So she's laying there,
and she's like entwined in the fence and on under the truck. It's like a mess.
yes, it's pushing down on her.
Right.
But yet, if you move, it's sheer pain.
Right.
Because of the barbed wire.
And then the other little band friend or whatever, I don't think we gave that person a name. The young girl.
Oh, or she's a real asshole.
Yeah,
she's
she
the one
is.
that notices him first.
Yeah.
The worst one.
Yeah.
We'll call her that one.
Worse than band guy A.
Yes. So the worst one, she's like trying to help her, right? And we see the shape get out of the truck, and it has a fucking badass, like, what is that? That's a what kind of wrench is that?
I don't know, like a monkey wrench.
It's fucking huge though. It's something you would keep in a tow truck.
Right.
And fucking brains her.
Yep.
Right? So homegirl's still alive, right?
In the fence?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Band Geek number 1 rolls up to the window and starts banging on it because his stepdad is like, did I hear something?
Yeah.
Takes off and you can't hear nothing. And then all of a sudden it's like, boom, 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 help me. So he grabs the guns, right?
Yeah, he's like, all right, let's go.
Yeah, he's all,
Here's
it's
one for
loaded.
you.
Yeah, here's this one. Stay here.
Right.
So Band Geek number 1 is standing halfway across the deal. Stepdad walks out and he goes over to her and he tries to lift the fence, and she's like, screaming in agony, right? And then of course, Corey's standing right there with the mask off.
Behind him, like to the side.
Yes, in front of the lights
Right.
of the car, right? And we get to see what happened to, the worst Band Geek.
Right.
She literally she was brained,
Yes.
right? And stepdad's like, fuck, here, let me help you. Can't move anything. Band Geek number 1 pops out with a fucking 40-40. And it's like, I'm going to kill you, motherfucker. And dude's like, what? He puts his hands up.
Right.
And then he stands up and gets shot right through the fucking middle of his
yeah.
forehead, which is so nuts because and he mouths Corey. He looks over and he's like, Corey.
Yep.
And he's disappeared after that.
Yep.
But Corey didn't kill his stepfather.
Nope.
He showed him his true face
Yep.
and who it was underneath the mask, which in a weird way, it was like, I'm not going to kill you.
But you deserve the truth.
Yes. Yes. In a weird way.
Yeah.
Maybe that's too deep,
That's probably too deep.
but it makes sense.
Yeah.
So of course, did Band Geek number 1, did he ever get killed?
I think he did. I thought all the Band Geek kids got killed.
How did he get killed? I don't
remember
even
now.
remember. I just remember the shot and then disappearing
Maybe that is the case. I don't remember.
because he disappears, right? And then, Well, they got to be like Mickey and Mallory. You know, they got to leave one to tell the tale.
Yeah.
But then he goes to the radio station. Shows up, and they got the sexy upfront woman with the blonde hair, and the dude's like totally cool. He's like, "Yeah, this is a cool song."
And this is where I turn my back to everybody and do my thing. All right.
You see him get out of the tow truck and walk past the window while he's talking. Goes in. She's like, "What the fuck do you want?" Because it's Halloween, right? So she ends up dying, and he comes into the studio,
And you can see it, like, because he's inside the studio, so you can see, like,
the reflection.
yeah, things happening.
You see his reflection whenever they're looking at the DJ, looking at the record.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What the fuck?" And before he even can get up, Corey's like, fucking bam,
Yep.
knocks his jaw open, and then takes the scissors. And you can see the dude's eyes look at it like,
Cuts off his tongue
cuts his fucking tongue off.
and leaves it on the record. So
And it's
it
just
can
like,
skip.
rip. And it just fucking
like
keeps
jumps,
hitting it.
too.
Yeah, it keeps hitting the needle, the stylus, and it's like bugunk, bugunk, and it's just static. Sometimes it's
And that's where we pick up with.
yes, she's there. She is there waiting for him. She wants to wait for him.
Yeah.
She's at the diner on Route 9
Yeah,
or some
because
shit.
they're going to leave
Yes.
together.
Sorry.
That's okay. But that's when we go to Lori in the house, right? Because he doesn't show up.
No, yeah.
Because isn't this where we kind of get into Lori where she's like going to kill herself?
Yeah. So she sets a trap.
Yeah. Well, we don't know that.
Yeah, we don't know it's a trap.
Yeah.
We get to see her light the, in a weird way, light the pumpkin, right?
Yeah.
And then she picks up the phone and is like, "I'd like to call in a suicide." But she really called. I didn't
Right.
know what she did. She hangs it up because she knows she's being watched. She's been through this shit before. And so she shoots the pumpkin. He opens the door and she's like, "You really think I would fucking kill myself?" Boom, 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 boom. Fucking dude's down. I mean, before he really even got started killing, he's already killed enough.
Right.
He fell down over the banister too, in the middle, in the same kind of place that the other little kid was at.
Right.
It was like a weird altar kind of a place, and she goes down there and she's like, "You're here to kill me? Do it, motherfucker." Do it. He hears Allison pulling up because she's been going to different places.
Right. Trying to find him.
Right. And she pulls up, and as soon as he does, or as soon as she's getting out of the car, it's almost like the first scene
Yep.
where they're walking up and you don't see the accident until afterwards, right? You're that other perspective. And Lori's got the knife in her hand because he stabs himself.
Well, he makes the comment, same thing his mother said, actually.
Yeah.
He's like, well, if I can't have her, no one can.
Yeah, he does that when he's sitting on the stairs. This time he's like, if I can't have her, he's like,
Yeah.
and that would have fucking killed anybody, right?
Right.
You would think. So she's like, "Oh, you motherfucker." So pulls out the fucking knife, and she's holding the knife while he's dead in the same spot that the kid was.
And then Allison walks in.
Yeah, she freaks the fuck out. She's
As
like,
you would.
She's like, "What the hell did you do? You know, this is fucked up." So you're thinking, okay, because Corey, I mean, he dies looking at her.
Right.
You know, so he's gone. He is not getting back up. There's no way. He killed himself. Lori doesn't have that on her hands.
Right.
You know, she basically stopped him from doing the exact same thing again. We could have had a 78 all over again.
That's right.
But no,
right.
we didn't. And then Allison leaves. She gets out of the house, right? So you think she's gone, like she's taken off, but she basically needed to get the fuck out of there,
Just
right?
need to breathe and figure out what the hell was going on. Sure.
Right. And then so Lori's walking through the house, and she kind of does the same thing that she did in the other movie when you thought it was over. She leans up against the door jamb and she slides down, but she looks over and the fucking back door's open.
Yep.
Holy shit. He's here, right? He goes to grab the mask, you know, and she already knows. She's like, "This is it. I know he's in here. There's no way. I just got to do something, you know?" So that's when shit gets a little fucking crazy. That's the fight,
Yeah.
you know, which is,
Well, this is where we find out that Laurie Strode is the most durable 70-year-old woman in the world. Because there are people that can fall in the bathtub and break a hip pretty easily at that age.
At that age, 60?
And she
60-something?
gets smashed into stuff, brother.
She gets her ass whooped. Like he's knocking her into the pantry. He throws her up against the refrigerator a couple of times. He like basically just kicks the shit out of her. Has her about to where he's about to stab her, right?
Right.
Or put her hand into the garbage disposal. And she's like, no. He even uses, because did Michael Myers have garbage disposals back in 78?
I have
Probably.
no idea, yeah.
He might have known that was for real.
Sure.
I don't know. I don't think he killed somebody who was in their house. Like, they don't come in handy. So that was about the only thing I was like, is that real? But so she gets away. She kicks the shit out of him too. She
absolutely.
Throws her. She kicks his leg, knocks him down, then ends up on the table because she stabs him in the fucking hand with one of those knives.
Right.
So he's still trying to fight her, right? Because she was on top of him. She stabs him with the knife first. She's on top of him, then reaches in the drawer and stabs him again. Gets off and grabs a cast iron skillet and starts fucking banging the one knife into his hand, right? So he's not getting out. After she pulls the fucking refrigerator on his leg.
Right.
Which is like, whoa.
Do it, Jamie Lee.
Yes. She just looks at him and is like, this is what she always wanted, after that. She probably didn't want it to begin with, but now she has the upper hand for the first time.
Okay, I have to apologize real quick. She's 57 in the movie. She's 63 in real life.
Okay.
Now, but she's supposed to be 57 during Halloween Kills.
Okay.
So,
makes sense.
Yeah.
She's in her 50s.
Yeah.
It's the new 40s.
Yeah. There you go.
But I like how she
But
does.
she's still durable as fuck.
Yeah, she doesn't waste any time though, with him. She's like, she pulls out, and they do that perspective thing like they did with Corey in the Michael Myers mask, killing his mom.
Right.
So he had to kill family first, and then he kills everybody else, right?
Right.
So they do that where she's going through the knives and she gets the biggest one. She pulls it out and shows Michael his own face in the reflection. And then she just fucking stabs him right underneath, or just right on the side.
Yeah.
And just
lets him bleed.
Rips it out,
Yeah.
which is fucking crazy. And then she's just waiting for him to die pretty much.
She at one point cuts him across the neck.
That's after she stabs him.
Yeah.
She cuts his neck, right?
Right.
But then somehow he fucking rips his own hand out
of the knife to the table.
And is like choking her, and you're thinking they're both going to die together.
Well, and that's when you get her flashback, like what we saw with Corey when he was grabbed by the throat. And it's all the dark stuff that happened to her.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm like, is she going to get the infection now?
Right, yeah. Right.
But then that's when Allison comes in and like, and just breaks his arm.
She fucking grabs it, it's like, snap.
She does not mess around either.
She's like, I'm not going to let this happen to you.
Right.
Because Allison went through this whole entire trilogy. Allison has gone through exactly what her grandmother went through, but faster.
Yeah, 100%.
She made the transition in 4 years.
Right.
Lori took 40.
Right.
And that's another great part about this whole, timeline is they really invested into these characters that show a lot of fucking everything. You know what I mean? And Allison being right there too, the last strode in the line. Yeah. Right there with him. And she fucking slits his wrist long ways, right?
The right way.
Yeah. And fucking he's just fucking bleeding out.
And that's when they hold hands.
That's when and it's like, I don't know, it's not the brother sister thing. It's like, in a weird fucking way, she's sad that he's gone, but relieved that he's gone, and she doesn't want him to die alone.
I think that you're right, and I think that in a way, I think what it is like she feels like this is relieving him from a burden as well.
Right.
And she's going to be there with him to help him make that transition.
Yeah, that's fucking exactly what I was thinking. It was kind of like, you know what? I may not have anybody left in my family, and you're the only thing that resembles family besides my granddaughter.
Right.
and we're all here.
Because you said because the 2 wasn't canon, so like the brother sister thing's not real.
Correct. Yeah. Correct. So it's kind of like, I mean, you've lived with this one person your whole entire life and only had very few encounters with, but it was so powerful that you really are that's never gone.
Right.
So
this is where we get to rally around the family.
Yeah. Well,
like everybody pulls up and like
yeah,
strap him up on top of the car.
Well, and
chains and shit.
Yeah, and the one dude, one of the deputies or something is like, "Hey, this is not procedure." And they're like, "Well, it is tonight." Because the dude, the cop from the first one, he was in the second one too. He was a decent part of it, but he's still got that fucking hat on and shit. And they parading through fucking town because that is almost in a way like an absorption of all the evil that they've been doing. Because they do show at the very beginning when Laurie's doing the over, she's talking over. They show like the woman getting hung, the 2 people getting shot, and the dude's like, "Is Michael back?" And he's like, "No, he doesn't use a gun."
Right.
They kind of show all of that shit that's been happening,
right?
Just how crazy it is. Well, this is that moment.
Like them purging that evil.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they let her do it. They let Laurie do it too, which is fucking crazy because they take him down. They put him on that fucking deal.
They throw him like a metal grinder.
That thing will fucking grind an anvil.
Yeah. No doubt.
and it's done.
And it's pretty visceral.
Yes, it's done.
Yeah.
Michael Myers is fucking gone.
Yep.
He is gone. You can't turn it into a Corey after this because Corey's dead too.
Yeah.
There's
you could have it be Laurie.
You could, but
like that evil moved into her.
I
think it did into Corey.
I think it was purged. Yeah.
No, I know what you're saying, but I'm saying like when he held Corey and Corey saw those things, suddenly, the darkness got into
the
him.
Transference. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like I was talking about earlier in the X-Men, the Shadow King. He's a telepath who has no corporeal body, but in order for him to enter you, he has to have a host to do anything.
Nice.
But in order for him to enter you, you have to have a little bit of darkness.
Yes.
So it's in my mind, it's similar to that.
Yeah.
So that's why I thought, is he about to transfer this to Laurie?
Yeah.
And then Allison stopped it.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you were going to continue it, you could say, there was no, it still happened.
Yeah. Corey's gone.
Yeah.
But again, they leave everything. They're done.
Yep.
They're fucking done with everything. It's over with. They have the end moment.
Yeah.
That's something that they've been building on for fucking 44 years.
Yeah.
Almost 45 fucking years of this one story that has somehow captivated us in a crazy way.
And Laurie gets to talk to the dude about blossoms.
He brings her, the sheriff.
Yeah.
He brings her some fucking fresh produce.
Yep.
And she's like, "Hey, tell me about that." And she's still all fucked up. Allison's leaving town.
Yep.
We get to see her
I don't
finally
blame
leave
her a bit.
Haddonfield.
Jeez.
Yeah. I think the
Be like,
journey.
Bye, Grams.
Yeah. I think this journey in this timeline, and I think David Gordon Green and anybody involved with these newer ones made an epitaph for the entire series.
Sure.
In a crazy different way than was expected.
Right.
You knew that he was going to die. It's called Halloween Ends. Fucking gotta.
Sure.
How was he going to do it? How was she going to do it? Who was going to live? Who was going to die? Were they going to die at the same time? You had no fucking idea. And it changed into its own fucking shape in this movie. So it almost kind of removed itself from the Halloween world in a way,
right? With
the Corey stuff.
Sure.
And it's their own movie. It's the third movie. It is their own movie. They just used the characters in the first one to make, I don't know if I'm really kind of putting my point across. So you have 78, right? Mm-hmm. That's John Carpenter. You have 2018, David Gordon Green takes everything that we've learned, everything, puts it all together, fucking mashes it all up, makes a badass fucking movie.
Right.
Kills comes out, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's more of a social commentary, mob rules, but still thinking that the grief is gone, but it's still there. The underlying theme is grief,
Right.
trauma. Then this one comes along and it's fucking, let's start this over with somebody completely new.
Right.
No.
Yeah, no, it's
No.
over.
Yep.
And
It's
what,
done.
What I don't like is after they have their little, her and the sheriff have their little tete-a-tete out on the stoop,
Yeah.
like the camera goes and she's still got that mask on her coffee table. I'm like, what are you doing, psycho? Go live your life.
Yeah.
What the hell are you doing? Why are you living in this past? And that's where my brain goes to, okay,
Yeah.
here we go. You ready? Halloween resurgence. Except it's Laurie Strode, and she's got the evil, and they're in Japan, and it's on Culture Day, which is like November 3rd. So it's close enough.
It's not Halloween anymore.
No, so it's culture. Culture kills.
Culture kills.
And she's just killing random Japanese people she doesn't know anything about.
The cherry blossom killer. It's fucked up.
I know, but
But for
why else
real.
would you keep that mask?
But for real,
Would you keep that mask if this dude like killed a bunch of your family?
Well,
like your daughter?
No, I would have sold it to Zach Bagans.
Yeah, there you go. Made
But
some
no.
money.
But it's like always going to be there.
Why? Why does it have to be?
Exactly. I don't know why, but I think maybe that was the metaphor for it. It was
Well,
like you're
and
always going to have this with you no matter what.
I think, sure, I could see that. And I think with survivors of things like that, sometimes it's hard to let those things go.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
That
mean?
was your life.
Yeah.
That was her life for 57 years, almost.
Yeah, it's a little
No,
strange.
More like 40,
Yeah.
44 years, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she was what?
57.
If she's 57 in this in 2022,
Mm-hmm.
I can't count. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah. She young.
I really, I right now I'm pretty enamored with this movie. So my opinion of it is kind of skewed into this weird. I don't know. This weird. There's something different about this movie that I've never seen before, and I don't know what it is. I don't think it's because I'm getting old and nostalgic, or I am like looking for something. I wasn't.
Right.
I wanted to see another Halloween movie, and then
Yeah.
we got Halloween Ends, which is a fucking Halloween movie, but it's a new one.
It's a different way.
Yes, and not horrible.
Now, I'll tell you that I came in having no expectation. I read no reviews of this movie. I hadn't seen all of Halloween Kills, and I was okay with that because I accidentally did read the reviews of that movie, and they were terrible. But it could be fine, and I'll watch it sometime.
Right.
But I really enjoyed this movie, and I think you're right. There's portions of it where you're like, this is a Halloween movie.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a deeper portion. It's a deeper Halloween movie. Let's
It's
put it that way.
yeah. It's like the bottomless pit. I mean, there's so much shit in this movie.
And I think that was pulled off very well. I know after watching it, I did read up on it a little bit, and I realized I've been talking really far away from the microphone. Sorry
Me
about
too.
that.
Sometimes.
But then I see that this movie also gets a lot of very mixed reviews. Like people either really like it or they really hate it. But I don't see why. I think that maybe they're stuck in a comparison to, the first movie, the second movie, the first movie, the 2018, and this is definitely taking you in a different direction.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought it was a really cool take on it.
Seeing, how the internet personalities really take something and run with it within a minute.
Yeah.
It's like, slow down.
Yeah.
You do have to watch this more than once.
Absorb it.
If you can watch it once and appreciate it, and then say, guess what, I'm going to watch it again. That's something that's inherent in our generation.
Agreed.
Because again, like Bobby said that one day, that you're committed.
Yeah.
Whenever you rented a movie, you were fucking committed.
You're gonna
had to
watch it.
watch it.
Yeah.
And if you watched it 6 times, you loved it.
Right.
Motel Hell or some shit like that, right?
Absolutely.
This one, we had that, and being part of that generation of that. Not the Dario Argento shit.
Sure.
Dawn of the Dead, George Romero stuff. We were slasher kids in a way.
Yeah.
Jason, Halloween.
All of those were up and running while we were kids, for sure.
Exactly. And that's something that we have from our past that will look at these movies with the maturity of basically knowing this stuff, but not necessarily the old part. And I'm not talking shit. I'm not saying they're horrible people, nothing like that. I think it is a immediate reaction for no fucking reason. There should not be a review until like a month after.
So I think I'm of two minds with that as well. I think that there's no better visceral reaction
Than the first time.
than the first time you watched a movie like in the theater and you're coming out and you're like, especially if it's a banger, you know,
Right.
you're like, oh man,
Yeah.
you know, now you're in that world and that's when you want to sit down and talk with your friends about it.
Right.
But I think that there's a lot of movies that I've gone to or saw and on TV or whatever, on streaming or video or whatever, where the first time I watched it, maybe I just didn't have a great perspective of it. You know, my perspective has changed, I guess, since then.
Yes.
Or that I went in with a pre-existing notion. And then later on, I'm like, oh, wait, this is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
And I see what they're doing here.
Right.
You know, and I feel like that's probably exactly what we're seeing, exactly what you said. These people are like, they're expecting something else. And they get this, and they're like, I'm confused.
Yeah.
My emotions, I don't understand them.
Confusion equals hate.
Yeah, but that's not what they
no.
need to take a moment and discern what those emotions actually are.
Yes, they need to understand themselves, maybe.
Yeah,
Or
not even themselves.
yeah.
I'm not going to get that deep,
Yeah,
but just
just
give it a
maybe
minute.
give
Some
it a
movies
second.
you have to give a minute to, what's the ruminate? You know.
Yes. Yeah.
So I think that if you were what I would like to do, if I had a podcast, is not only like, I think it's a great idea to do a movie review while something's out in the theater, right? Because then people are like, oh, I want to go see that too.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And we're not the show for that because we go way deeper than we would not want you to watch this unless you listen to this until you've watched the movie.
Right.
Because we just screwed it all up for you. We'll throw a spoiler warning somewhere in the
Maybe.
description, perhaps.
I don't know.
But I think it's also a good idea to come back to it like 6 months later.
Right.
Which would have been the perfect timing back in the day
Yes. To get a good review.
before it went to video.
And it wasn't. I think now with Rotten Tomatoes and all that stuff like that, your judgment is skewed a little bit because you get to see a lot of shit. My final everything. I mean, just watch it.
Yeah, I agree. Make your own opinion and let us know. Hit us up on like dropculturepodcast@gmail.com or the website dropculture.com. Let us know what you think just in the comments on YouTube. We'd love to hear what you guys think about this movie because the reviews are so mixed.
Right.
I'd like to see if other people think that, kind of the same path we're on.
Right.
Which is odd because we kind of completely agree.
Yeah.
It
It's kind
doesn't
of
always
different.
happen.
Yeah, I know. But this movie there's something weird about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's something different about it, different enough that it makes sense to me.
Yeah.
If that means anything. But cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, dudes. Later.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah, happy Halloween.
Peace.